What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Starmetal Gaming and our campaign Cauldron of Bones. How are all my players doing tonight?
Doing good.
Fantastic.
All right, I'm excited to get this one underway. Probably won't be as exciting as the last one, but hopefully it'll still be a good episode. But yeah, last y'all left off, you just got done defeating the boar riding people, and I believe you were saying you're going back to the battlefield, but I'll leave that up to you. Let's go ahead and pick up right where you left off.
So I know I was heading back
Mm-hmm.
to go scavenge metal armors and everything to try and find enough to replace what we lost from the wagon.
Okay.
And after dealing with the survivors and everything, I was dragging the captain back and going with Nameless to look for pieces and stuff like that.
All right.
Because I also gave Paxor the queen's body to keep preserved.
All right.
And I don't think Othello can carry a man, so.
Too weak. Especially after spending the whole battle knocked out, so. Yeah, it's probably the first thing I would do is probably just like take a bit of cloth, kind of bandage my wound where I got hit, and then just follow the rest of the group.
Yeah, I would probably cast Corpse Puppet on the queen and just kind of had her tag along so I don't have to carry her because I'm far too weak.
Nice.
Tell yourself.
Okay.
All right, you go ahead and cast it. What level was that again?
1.
Anybody else hear Michael's voice kind of robotic?
Not to me.
No.
Not on my end.
All right. Well, hopefully it doesn't stay that way the whole time. All right. So you go ahead and you all notice Michael starts drawing runes in the dirt around what's her face or whatever, and all of a sudden she rises. What was you going to command her to do again, Michael?
Just tag along. Just like follow us, walk with us.
Okay. Does that spell continue until she perishes?
It's just concentration. And I figured since we're not in a battle or anything, my concentration is pretty exact.
Okay. Or do you want to have her carry the captain then?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Right.
It's up to you, Frank. Frank, unless you
Cool.
want to keep dragging him.
Free labor.
Nothing better than respecting the dead, right, guys?
Well, that's y'all's one free DM idea for the night. I'm going to stop giving out ideas.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all go ahead and you leave the encampment. You travel back through the slightly damp woods for a little bit, and you reach the bloody battlefield again.
All right. So, looking for salvageable armor pieces. And or, if there's a mithril there, I'm not going to pass that up, maybe there's a magic item or 4.
I literally just rolled an +1 on that magical item. But
I told you guys before
I
this
I
game.
don't even ask me. I guess it's that kind of night. We're just starting out with. Oh man,
Hey,
I
look,
was.
guys! I found a
I'm not
wagon.
prepared for a random magical item. I no joke gave it like a 3% chance, and I just rolled not one. That's so crazy. But yeah, y'all definitely found plenty of breastplates and stuff that you could form into armor for Frank later.
Any mithril breastplates?
Okay, it's a positive magical item. At least we know that much. All right. It's not overly powerful. Uh, I'm going to
So who
say,
found it?
or who's all looking? I so far, I thought I
I
only heard
know.
Frank said he was looking.
Well, I know Jared was looking with me, but I don't know about the others.
Is anybody else
Yeah, I
looking?
was. Yeah, I was gonna look for something. Probably just to refill my arrows in my quiver, and
Okay.
if I can see another longbow, if I can take the string off that to replace the one that I used before, I'll do that.
Okay, so three of you were looking. Were you looking as well, Pexor?
Yeah, I'll actually look for. Well, I look for gold.
Well, out of the three of y'all, I rolled a 4, so Michael was the one to find it.
All right, cool. I mean, yeah, I'll just look around and see if anything kind of sticks out. Like if I
Um,
can kind of see anything around the battlefield.
I'm gonna say whenever you're looking through everything and you're looking for gold, you found pouches, but one of the pouches you found was a bag of holding.
Oh, all right. I'm down for that.
Stick your hand in it.
I'm good.
Words on the
I only
fly,
play
I
that.
don't
You only get
blame
that prank twice in your life, right?
Well, free magical item right out the gate. Thanks, Dice.
Yeah.
I guess it's just let's get
Now we can carry a lot more armor. Cool.
and Josh was looking for arrows.
Yeah, I don't need much because I was out most of the battle. I just wanted to grab a few, as long
Um,
as they were in good condition.
you find a good size quiver that will hold like 30 arrows, and you fill it with normal arrows. But I didn't show that you found anything special. Was you looking for bows as well, or removing bowstrings or anything like that?
Yeah, just if I can find a longbow, I can just remove the string for that to replace the one I used.
Okay. Um, yeah, I will say that you find several longbows. Let's just say you found 6 strings, extra ones. Just looking
Hey,
around.
did this merc group, did they bring any wagons with them?
That's an excellent question. I was waiting for that one. Oh, 32% chance of any surviving wagons.
You're gonna roll 19.
96.
Dang
So,
it.
It was
so
mine.
There wasn't mine. Is the wrong spot.
86% chance. 45. You can put a wagon together from what's remaining from the wagons that was left from
Oh,
the
this one
battle.
just has a flat tire.
Anybody got a roll of duct tape?
Yeah.
Even if it's not a full wagon, something that's a little platform and everything, just to carry
Right.
the
More
armor
importantly, did any of those horses survive? Are they like around? horses, donkeys, I'm not pulling that wagon. I don't want to pull that wagon.
There are no surviving animals on the field
Wait a minute.
other than you
I
guys.
have the perfect person to call upon.
Hey, don't we have like?
Hey,
Are there any boars or anything from the other camp?
There were some in the
not
cages.
me,
Why not get those?
because the people took them. Or take, I don't know.
No, there were a couple left in the cages.
I don't know. All right, I'll go back and get one.
And these are
Yeah.
larger ones, right? They're like the size of a horse.
Yeah, they're dire boars because they're very dire.
All right, I'll go up to one of the cages. I don't know much about boars besides,
I know.
they're good eating.
You don't have animal handling, correct?
I do.
Oh, okay. Surprise.
I only have appointment, but because it's for horses. But
Right.
technically, I do have handle animal, and I did ride a boar in my origin story. Granted, it was almost dead, and I ran it off a cliff.
Yeah, so you already
But
have a little bit of experience.
It's like riding a
yeah,
bike. You never
Yeah,
forget.
that's how he ended up in the river.
Okay, go ahead and roll your animal handle for me.
You want a tray?
Oh, dope. 4.
Or you go to
I don't know how to get
let
this cage open.
whenever you open the door on the first cage, it looked like you kind of spooked him a little bit, and he kind of tried to back up in the cage. And when you went to reach for him, he goes to shoot out the cage. What do you do?
And I move out the way.
All right.
I sidestepping, like a bull, toro.
Okay. But he wasn't afraid
I'm
enough
pleased.
to attack you or anything. There's one more cage with one more boar in it.
Yeah, seeing that, I'll
Right.
go to the other cage and try and see if I
Oh,
can get a handle on this one.
okay. I didn't know you went with him, Josh.
Well, I wasn't gonna let him go by himself. I mean, I would
Right.
think that we would move as a group,
Good, good.
but um, yeah, I'll go to the second cage and I'll just walk up gently to it. I'll check it out first before I open it up or anything. Can I like get a gauge on its temperament? Is it like as I'm walking up, is it like thrashing around or is it wounded or anything like that?
No, it's not wounded. It's just in the cage.
Okay, so yeah, seeing that, I'll just gently, quietly open the cage and just kind of try and soothe it out and see if we can get this one.
They like carrots.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your animal handling for me, Josh.
That is a 21.
Nice, nice. Josh walks up in front of you,
Animal
Frank,
would
and
do it.
he obviously takes a little bit of a lighter touch approaching. He was kind of like even softer with unlatching the gate and everything, and was calmer about opening the door. He didn't spook the animal, and he's able to just grab it by the reins and lead it out.
Mm,
Well, I think we've got this one. This one seems pretty good.
Frank, do you approach the beast?
yeah, cautiously. I'm mimicking Othello.
Okay. Roll your uh, animal handling for me
In-
as you approach it.
Oh, so 18 total.
All right. It is slightly. You can tell it's kind of nervous when I guess it's not used to people of Frank's size approaching it. But you can tell, Josh, it's just a little bit nervous around Frank, but it doesn't run or anything.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, despite its size, I think it might be just a little bit skittish. and I'll just kind of gently pet it and just kind of soothe talk it a little bit. We should probably wait to try and ride it. We probably need to get more acclimated or make sure it's more acclimated to us before we hop on this thing. So maybe we just walk with it
Why?
for now.
Yeah, I figured we'd try to find a way to hitch it to one of the wagons we're fixing up.
Yeah. Head back to the group
Do
then.
they have harnesses and stuff like that in the camp, or do they just
They
bareback these
they
things?
have battle saddles that go on the boars, but there's just like they're a saddle that also has um a spear holder on it for their javelins.
Uh-huh. But no like harness for like leading them or anything like that.
Oh well, no, there's reins and a bit on it.
Okay, cool. Well, Othello, you seem to be the animal whisperer, so
I guess so. So yeah, I'll just gently walk with it and lead the way back.
I'll leave Bacon in your care.
Bacon. So if it has children, are y'all gonna call them bacon bits?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh yeah. I'm writing it down right now. But yeah, I'll lead the way back to the group.
All right. Okay.
Cool.
Y'all go back
Yeah.
through the forest. What was you doing while they were going and doing that, Nameless?
Same things, just gathering potential armor pieces and everything that would be useful in reforging a suit of armor.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you gather all the pieces that it would take to make Frank a full set. You mostly just grabbed breastplates off people and backplates.
But other
Those would
than
be
that,
the largest piece
yeah,
of metals that they could work with. I rolled how much of a percentage of Frank you got that could cover him in breastplates, and it was like a 95. So you definitely got enough that could cover him.
I'll need my my crotch plate to be custom made.
Oh man, I'm gonna hold back all those jokes, Frank. You know, because that's just that's too open right there, brother.
Right? All
All right.
right.
So y'all get back
So,
and they come back with one of the boars. What do you do?
we'll lash it to the wagon. I'll help Nameless piece together what we can of one of the wagons, so that way it's serviceable and everything. Then we'll load up on stuff. We'll throw the captain's body in the back.
Um, y'all, none of y'all have any base craft skills, correct?
Jared and
I
I
have
both have armor smithing.
Fletcher.
Yeah. So two characters have armor smithing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that's not exactly wagoneering, but
Right.
But you
I'll
would
go.
need your base and blacksmithing and stuff like that
I'll go
before
ahead and let y'all
actually.
roll that check for building the wagon, but it's just going to be at a higher difficulty.
That'd be a 27 on the armor smithing check.
Oh, nice.
I got a 14. I handed him tools.
All right. So you know who knew the robot was really good at putting the wagon together, and
You work at a
actually,
stagecoach in a penny.
y'all's impressed on how fast he and precise he does put it together. And it's real
Well,
funny because he has Frank hold up certain parts as he does it, and it comes together very quickly.
well, Actually, one could say that's not all too surprising, given that he's made of bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs. All right.
No bulbs.
Yeah. Paxar, quit brooding in the darkness.
I know he's playing his character extra dark tonight.
Oh no.
I was enjoying it for a second, looking down there and like, oh, it's so evil.
The darkness surrounds me.
So, assuming everyone's good, the wagon's movable, so I say we head on back to the temple before Nameless's brother decides to start yelling again.
Sounds good to me. I just look around and see the destruction and the chaos, and I'm just kind of in shock still, and still a little woozy from being knocked out before, but yeah, I'm ready to get out of here.
All right.
All right.
As you all get up into the wagon, you notice it's really dark outside, but the storm clouds have moved away, and you see a really bright, full couple of moons that are lightening up the whole night sky. Uh, Stars are very bright. It seems to be an amazingly peaceful ride home uh, compared to the last few hours that y'all had to face. It's almost like even though you know that nothing's out there, you just feel kind of like you've accomplished so much. Who's driving the wagon?
I figure it'd be Othello and I on the buckboard, considering I actually have ranks in riding, which I mean it's not the same necessarily as
Driving a wagon.
yeah, but I I drove the wagon last time because I was the only one to have ranks in it.
Um, you know, I'm going to say I went ahead and already fastened the beast to the wagon, but I'm going to go ahead and see how well it's handling pulling such a thing because it's not used to normally having to do that. Uh, Go ahead
Right.
and roll another animal handling for me, whoever's driving.
I guess it'd probably be me, considering the animal's probably more calm with me.
Okay.
I will defer to his judgment.
That'd be a 23.
All right. The animal is actually taking to the wagon very well. And before too long, you actually curve back around and you find a road that's heading south, and you're able to get the wagon on the road if you like.
Do we want to stay on the road?
It's up to you.
I mean,
I feel like that's the most direct route back to the temple.
yeah.
And
It
I
is
mean,
dark, right? So
considering-
we'll have some cover.
yeah. And I mean, since we're in a wagon now, our sneakiness is kind of null and void,
Yeah.
whether we're on or off the road.
Yeah, it's a squeaky
Yeah.
wagon anyway. One of the wheels that y'all had to replace the other wheels with was a little bit smaller. So it kind of got a slight wobble and a squeak to it as it goes.
We got the
We
bad
we just
shopping
found a
cart from
round
Walmart.
shield and put it on.
Just put a shield on there, hammer it.
You had
yeah,
used
I
some
guess
of those fire spells and welded it on.
Yeah, I guess we'll just stay on the road then. Also, it'll be easier on Bacon, right? So,
Yep.
but yeah, as we're going as well, if I can, I'll definitely keep an eye out around us and an ear out just to make sure that, I'm aware of anything that might be around us.
They're gonna be confused when we come back. We left with a sturdy dwarven wagon and basically a war pony, and we came back with a ramshackle cart. and a pig.
You could gaslight them. No, this is the stuff you gave us.
And we're all kind of muddy and nasty.
Bloody? I'm bloody at least. I don't know about anybody else, but
I mean, I'm wearing other people's blood.
All right. As I was riding along, the captain awakes in the back. The first thing he sees is the queen sitting there, and he starts screaming.
Cradling him. Yeah. Oh shoot.
He starts screaming at the top of his lungs.
Pexor, have her put the captain down. You could have done that. You could have done that from the start.
Put him down.
I guess they are. I guess the queen's sitting down right there, just cradling the captain.
Did y'all have the captain bound in any way?
I mean,
I don't think we did. I think Pierce was just
No.
holding him by his wrist and dragging him.
Or his ankle. I mean, it's kind of whatever. Nameless knocked him out with poison. And that was the end of that.
All right.
all right.
He starts screaming and kicking and screaming at the woman. You tell her to set him down.
Yeah, I'll tell him, or I'll tell her to kind of put him in the middle of the wagon, because I kind of figured that's where she'd be kind of sitting near the end, so she just turns around and sets him down.
Okay.
All right.
I'll get in the back and everything to try to calm the captain down.
Okay. What do
Or
you
well,
say to him
yeah,
as
and
you get back there? I'm going to say whenever she sets him down, he crawls backwards till his back is against the back wall of or not the end of the wagon, but the back wall, the front, right? And she's like just looking down at him because she's sitting on the side on the seat, you know? And
Pexor,
Frank,
did you ever fix her neck?
No, I didn't.
Is she looking down at him or is she looking off to the side?
well, she's looking down at him, but it definitely, her head looks crooked still.
I'll
Did y'all
I'll
leave?
say,
Is her helmet still on and everything, or did you take that off? Or no, you had the frozen head of the chief.
yeah, I have the frozen head.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know anything
she
about
still
the
has all her armaments. Maybe not
Okay.
like she wouldn't have like her spears or anything like that, but her armor and stuff we just kind of took with her.
Okay, so she still got everything on, yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
stop him and I go, whoa, what's wrong? You saw her dead. What's wrong with her just sitting there?
He's like, oh, he's like, she's still dead?
In a way.
Yeah, I'll just speak up from be like, you'll get used to it. Don't worry about it. And I'll just continue on.
Sorry, Captain. It was the best way to keep her in a good enough condition to show the king for the reward.
What happened? All I can remember is I was trying to kill everyone and then I passed out. Did y'all finish the job?
Yes.
Yeah, we finished them off. One of them stabbed you with a sleep poison.
Oh. Yes, that seems about right. No more problem from the board people. We're gonna get paid.
Speaking paid. How much?
Well, the king is obviously going to give us a hefty amount for cleaning out the boars, but some of it's going to have to go to the families of the dead soldiers.
Okay.
I believe, Pexor, the original agreed upon amount was 1,000 a head.
I have two. Look at that. And I pull the other one.
No, I meant of our heads.
Oh. Damn.
Unless, of course, the captain was just speaking out of delirium.
No, that's what I promised you. If you help me finish them off, then that's what you definitely deserve.
How are your wounds, Captain? You still a little worse for wear?
I feel like I'm barely alive. Like almost each breath is trying to escape me. Ah, it's like I just need to go back to sleep for a while. I'm so tired. Their poison is so strong.
I know that. I just chuckle from the front.
I don't have to worry about her attacking me.
Not at all.
No.
No.
Unless
Just looking at you. No, Pexor.
It's like, just make sure to get me back to Castle Flyshore.
Yeah, we have to treat Pexor like we treat a cat with training it and everything. We need a spray bottle.
He's like, I'm just going to lay back down here and go to sleep. Thank you.
You do
Thank you
that,
for
buddy.
saving me.
always remember, she is watching you while you sleep.
Oh my god.
All right.
He's like, just as long as she's not killing me.
I mean,
No.
I
You
mean,
get
if
to play-
anything,
you-
worst case, if
listen,
anything were to
Pexor-
happen, you know, you have me here. You know.
No, Pexor, listen. This is a rule now. This is a new rule. You can only play with the bodies of bad guys.
I mean, you know, ethics, subjectivity, relativism, it's all a big humdrum.
If they don't try to kill us, that means they're not a bad guy.
What if looks at me funny?
Depends on how funny the look is.
Yeah. I mean, if it's real funny, I'd let that pass.
Yep, that's why clowns always get a pass in my book. They always look at me funny. Mimes, though, no, they don't. Mimes are.
Instant.
They're not funny at all.
So it's very quiet or uneventful would be a better word. 6-hour ride back to fucking the temple. So we'll probably get there in the morning.
Well, I'll say you probably arrived there around midnight.
Oh, okay. I thought we started our attack and everything on the boar people at night.
Well, yeah, but it was like the sun was just setting, and it was probably around
Oh, okay.
8 o'clock. And y'all's fight with them probably lasted. Well, no, it'd probably be about 3 in the morning when y'all got back. Probably around there, yeah. Being that the wagon's kind of lumpy.
Right.
I'll go and check and see how my project is coming along.
Leave the queen in the wagon.
She goes where I say, big man. Okay, stop. If I
would
say
not
go with
take
me,
a dead body.
look. I say jump. She says because I really don't know how she can talk. I'll actually send her to. I assume my room is still available.
Oh, okay. So, okay. First of all, y'all see the Dwarven Temple out in the distance.
Right.
Of course, there's torches lit outside to direct you to the location. As you come pulling up, right, you see a couple of Dwarven soldiers sitting outside of it. But you also see a few pieces of the wagon that y'all rode, and it's setting in front of the temple on the ground, right? It's a wheel and kind of like the side of it, you know. Y'all come pulling up, and you notice the pieces of the wagon sitting on the road, and you see the two soldiers sitting outside the temple.
Oh there, gentlemen.
They're like, "Oh, phew! Glad y'all could make it back. Everyone's so worried about you inside. Of course, they're asleep now, but I'm really glad you're back."
How'd the remnants of that wagon get back?
"Oh, this large creature. He brought it back earlier, and he was asking about one of your people that were traveling with you. The bishop has all the details, but he's asleep right now.
Ah. All right.
Wake him up.
That's not good.
The parishioner should always be available.
Do you want us to wake him?
I'm sure he needs to sleep.
If it's
We
all good
probably
with
need to
everyone,
sleep,
we could
too.
speak to him in the morning. Considering this man here needs to be taken care of, he's pretty badly injured. As I show him that captain's body.
Okay. Um. Also, I don't know how y'all ran games, but normally, undead has trouble going on holy, hallowed ground. I guess holy grounds of a church
Yes.
and stuff. And there's a moment when y'all get up to the church, Michael, that your undead doesn't want to approach the church. So it kind of like goes to walk out of the wagon at a certain point.
Now, does Corpse Puppet, does it actually make it an undead, or is it just an animated
I think it just
force?
takes control.
Oh, okay, so it's not an actual full blown zombie.
Let me just make sure, because I don't think it's like an undead. Yeah, I don't think it's an
Because
undead.
I was thinking Corpse Puppet and everything was not a true necromantic spell.
Well, when the soldiers aren't looking, I want to definitely straighten her head.
All they hear is a loud snap.
Okay, give me a roll. Give me a roll, Frank. Give me a roll to straighten that head.
What am I rolling?
Just
Strength?
give me a base attack to straighten it, I guess.
You're welcome.
27.
Oh, okay, you get her head perfectly straight.
Because she's still got like her full helm and everything like that, so it's very hard to see like her actual flesh and everything.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to disguise the fact that she's dead as best I can.
You know, if this whole adventuring business doesn't pan out, you always got a future in chiropractic. It sounds like.
Sounds like
What my family told me.
snap, crackle.
Yeah. By the sound of things, you'll never have a complaint, but never a repeat customer either.
Right whenever he pops head back in place, the necromancer's like, good job.
Yeah,
we'll
You
go
know
in
what?
business
I
together.
everyone will leave my store with perfect posture.
And also 6 feet high, or 6 feet higher.
Yeah. I can make anyone taller.
I need to visit with that.
All right. Well, since it's not an actual, so it's not considered a zombie.
Doesn't look like it,
So
no.
it's ambiguous in the way it's worded
Yeah.
because it references animate dead, or
You know, I would just say that I would assume that a dark
but being
type
that
of
it doesn't have
magic.
its own animated force because it relies on his concentration to be able to make it move. So it's
Okay.
not like it's actually binding a negative plane entity to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
what he said.
that's fine with me. You know, I just wanted to be, you know, for all the fans out there, I didn't want somebody to be like, your dark undead zombie's not gonna walk up in that church, buddy. It's gonna catch on fire.
Look, we're doing this off the seat of our pants, okay? Like,
It gains a -4 turn resistance and has a -4 to will saves. Like
She just falls over.
Oh, okay. So it's less capable.
Whenever she stops focusing on it, she's just going to slump anyways. So
Just don't have it do anything complex, I guess, you
yeah.
know.
So far, I've had her stare and carry. That's it.
The guard,
Now you're about to
go
take her
ahead
to
and
your room.
the guards go ahead and
not
they help
very-
the captain up the
just keep
steps
going.
into the temple.
All right. So, is it right to assume that we still have our our own rooms.
Um,
Did they fill the rooms while we were away?
Right.
I think we told him that we were going to be back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone knew we were coming back, but
okay, yeah, that's fine. Your rooms are still available.
dope.
Yeah, I'll just I'll pull the wagon aside wherever a good place would be, and I'll just kind of tie Bacon up to a tree or something and kind of pet it and make sure it has enough, like, I guess, grazing room and stuff. And then I'll head into the temple.
Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead and just roll an animal handling for me when you tie Bacon up.
Ooh, that's a 11.
That's good enough. It's fine.
All right, so in the morning, one of the first things we'll do is we'll meet with the Archbishop then. And see what he knows about nothing.
Yeah, I actually, I'll keep the queen in my room, but then hang like a do not disturb or like do not clean.
Yeah. I don't know if
No
they had
moves,
those
dude.
signs back then, especially at a church. Okay.
I'll stick her under the bed.
All right. You all go to sleep
Jeffrey
about
Dahmer
3.
over here.
You all go to sleep about 3 a.m. in the morning. Everybody roll d6s for me.
Do you even need to roll a d6, Jared?
Not
Oh yeah,
necessarily.
not as well. No, I mean, so Jared, you can choose.
Decides that I need to interact.
Well, okay.
I got a 1.
Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna go
more
ahead and
than
let you.
likely, if Othello's sleeping and everything, then I'll just probably be sitting around there waiting for him to wake up.
Okay.
Unless
Yeah.
someone comes to the room.
What'd you get, Josh?
I got a 1. A
Okay.
1.
Frank.
5.
Okay. I'm gonna have Josh and Pexor roll off real quick.
I need my
Another
Oh,
1.
6.
Okay. Josh, you go ahead and you awaken first. I'm gonna say that you didn't sleep too well, right? Probably only got about. Let's see.
1 hour.
You got 5 hours of sleep, but I mean it wasn't like
Okay.
a full 8 or anything. So you wake up about 8 o'clock in the morning.
What time did
You
you get there?
as your eyes open, you see Nameless just sitting there looking at you.
Yeah, it's kind of like open my eyes. I'm just like, oh, sorry, I startled me there. I'll just kind of get up and I guess first thing I'll do is I'll check my bag to make sure the gem is still in there from my parents, just kind of as a habit.
Okay.
And if it's still in there, then I'll just look at Nameless, be like, I guess we'll go down and talk to the bishop here soon.
Yep, it's still in there.
Seems like
Okay. You go ahead and get everything ready and you go to leave the room.
Yeah.
Okay, Pexor, you awaken as well. I'm gonna say you only got about 5.5. I say you only got about 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah. I'll first thing I'll do is I'll go check on my little project.
Okay. All right. You go to leave the room as well. You get everything ready. Do you leave her in the room or do you take her with you?
I mean, like I said, I put her under the bed.
Oh, okay.
So nobody sees her. Yeah, I wasn't kidding about that. That's my legitimate plan of action.
Hey, nice. You know, I mean, got keep it stored away for another day.
I mean, what's the difference between a
Probably
bed and dirt?
under there by herself.
You just reach
Look.
down there and give her a little high five.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's
that
not
would
that
be a low five.
it's not that complicated to tell her to crawl under a bed, is it? Is that out of the range?
It's too complex.
Yeah, okay, fine. That I tell her to lay down and I rolled her.
Okay. As you're walking out of your room, you see Othello walking down the hall just in front of you a little ways, and he
What's up?
also has Nameless with him.
Yeah, I'll just turn around and I'll say, I think we're going to talk to the bishop and see what he knows. I just worry about what he knows or what he told nothing, but we're going to go find out.
Alrighty.
Are you going to come with, or do you have something else you need to do, or?
Take this.
Yeah, I can come with you.
I didn't wake up till noon.
All right, yeah, let's go then, and I'll just start heading down to the bishop.
Also need to
And
ask
you did roll a 6, Frank. What'd you
I
roll?
rolled a 5. Yeah.
5. Okay, it'll be a little bit.
So they're probably going to be done with the meeting before I wake up.
Okay. Othello, as you come out into the main hall, your parents come running to you.
Do they look fine? Do
They
look?
well, they look like they're seriously afraid.
Yeah.
Your mom or your father and your mom come running up. Your father said, "They told us you were in the room, but we didn't want to disturb you. They said you got in so late last night. Are you sure you shouldn't rest more? I mean, you look like you're covered in blood, and what's this stuff? Oh, you definitely need a shower or bath."
Yeah. Yeah,
Look,
last
it was a
night.
crazy night last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's going to have to come second. We have some pressing matters that we have to attend to. The bishop may be talking with an enemy.
We
I'm
were
hesitant to
here.
say enemy, but
We were here
did
when
you
he
see
came.
anything?
Yes, we were here when he came.
What
Some
happened? Let us know. Yeah.
Well, the bishop, he's over there talking to the priestess right now, but yeah, whenever y'all were gone, a creature came flying up and he landed in front of the church and he demanded to speak with any of the high priest, and they came out and he asked if this was one of their wagons, that it looked like it had dwarven symbols on it, and they the bishop told him that they had nothing to do with that wagon. They've never seen it before. And he also mentioned your friend and described him to a T. And the bishop also denied seeing him.
Yeah, that was probably for the best. That was smart.
My man.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that creature's extremely dangerous. I mean, if there's any inkling that he's around or anything, hide, deny anything. You never saw us. You don't know anything. Because he seems very chaotic, very dangerous. We don't know what he's truly capable of. So just please be careful if you see him or hear him or anything.
If
I
he
thought
asks,
at that
my name's
time,
Lexor.
like so, at that at that time, the bishop comes up beside y'all, and he's like, "Oh, you're speaking of the Mino Forge that came here yesterday. He was seeking you, and he seemed quite angry. Was he?
Yeah,
Is he from the same maker as Nameless?"
I believe so. Nameless, you want to speak on that? I don't want to speak for you or anything.
Without seeing him, I can't positively identify, but I do believe that that was one of my siblings,
Of course,
and he is not to be trusted.
from you because he seemed so aggressive, and seeing the wagon destroyed, I thought the worst. So did your parents, so did Raka, and so did Stone Scribe. But he was not pleased that he didn't find you here, and he threatened all of us. He said that if he finds out that we have lied to him, that he will come back and we will pay for doing so.
It seems like something he would do.
So we all got our stories straight, right?
Of wheels.
I wasn't here. You weren't here. None of us were here. I don't know any of you guys. None of you know me.
What kept you
Probably
long? What kept you from getting back? And at that time, Stone Scribe's like, yeah, it was just over there and back. What happened to you?
Well, let's just say we got there, started to leave, and yeah, we might have almost ran into him, and it turned into a fleeing for our life situation. Um, Thankfully, we got out, um, but yeah, it was not pleasant. And then found a battlefield of from what did the captain say he was from, or the castle was it
Flyshore?
Flyshore? Yeah, we believe that the king might have sent a contingent of soldiers to battle these group of individuals, and it ended in a bloody battle. That was a whole other thing. And I kind of motioned to the wound from the spear
Is
that I
that
got. And I'm like, that's where I got this.
is that where the giant boar came from as well?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, we kind of had
children
to improvise.
the children are loving it.
Yeah. He seems nice. Bacon seems nice.
They'll feed us for a whole week.
One of the dwarves off in the background, can we eat him?
No, please don't. We like bacon, but not that bacon.
He's all sharpening his cleaver. Ah,
But yeah, it was definitely very harrowing, but we made it back. Which it sounds like we might need to head out as well, because if he makes a return trip here, if we're here, it's going to end in more bloodshed. And I do not want that for anybody else. Just seeing what
why
he's capable of.
why is he after your friend here?
He wants to take me back
Take you back where?
to our creator, I believe.
Hmm. You don't seem to be of the same disposition as him. Are you sure you're made by the same person?
I am not sure, but I believe so.
He's the first mechanical minotaur I've ever seen. And the magical aura he put off was so intense.
Either way, he just means trouble.
Hmm. Well, we should be getting y'all off shortly then.
Yeah, I
So
would say so.
the captain, he's been here and he's been eating all morning. We went ahead and healed his wounds. He's over there discussing the battle with the other dwarves. Um, so y'all helped him defeat the horde,
Yes.
and you're going to be returning him to the king.
I guess that's the plan, yeah.
Hmm. That must be King Drayden. If you're going to fly shore. Your mom speaks up at that time and she's like, oh, she's like, just a few miles on the other side of Flyshore is the Council of Elements. You could possibly get some more information about my sister there.
Yeah, I'll sign back to her and just say thank you. Um we need all the information that we can get, because I think right now we're just way out of our league.
Hey, Lance, real quick. When I spent that whole night reading on the books in the library, I think the first night we were here, did I get anything or did I gain any information regarding these people?
Um,
Tell you what, though,
the
I
books.
may have to.
Oh, go ahead. What was you saying,
Well,
Frank?
no, I was just saying, even though I'd have to push 4 of those beds together, they're pretty comfy.
Frank's just extra tired. That's what it is.
I
um,
mean, I did
the
have a tussle with the queen.
out of the books you read, it was just basically books over dwarven culture, some of their religion, some of their beliefs and stuff. You saw a few chapters on smithing, uh, but nothing of like absolute value to your quest or anything. You did read a little bit about the mountain that Russell's character was involved in that attack, and it seemed like a nice place. It kind of actually, like a little bit too nice. But so the bishop goes ahead and tells all, he's like, "Well, fill your bellies for the journey." And Pexor, I believe you had something brewing in the weapon shop. I talked to the smith yesterday and told him the urgency of your mission and said that you will be helping restore the mountain. So I made sure that he worked on it extra hard. If you'd
All
like to go,
right.
if you'd like to go check on your site, you may. I don't know if it's finished though.
Yeah, I'll boogie oogie woogie my way down there.
He hasn't even started yet.
Speaking of the forge, Bishop,
Yes.
if I might be able to acquire an area to work on armor to replace our large friends set.
Okay. If it's freed up for, if they're not still working on the site, you could definitely do it. But we only have the one forge going here since it's a church, and but definitely if he's finished with it, then we can start working on the armor. I don't know if you would be able to get it done quick enough if you're really that urgent to leave, but we can do what we can.
Thank you.
Okay, Frank, uh, you wake up and Steel Troth is laying in your bed.
What? What? I don't remember this.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, I thought you died when I saw the wagon."
It takes more than simply death to get rid of me.
I could never forget the biggest man I've ever been with. Uh,
I doubt you'll find another one like me.
the captain was bragging about how powerful you were in the battle last night. I was so amazed that I had to sneak in here this morning and lay with you.
I see. Quite light on your toes to have not have woken me up.
In reality, you're just a heavy sleeper.
Right? I was just passed out.
I thought it was a wild animal in here sleeping when I approached and heard your snoring. I was glad to find out it was
Well,
just you.
it's called the good old after battle sleep. And I gotta recharge.
Speaking of recharging,
Let's see. Yeah. Why not? It's a good victory.
all right, you go ahead and bless the Holy Church.
Yeah, I'll try to sanctify the grounds as quickly and as well as I can because I have important business to do today.
Well, she has a plate of uh, meats and bread and a very large tankard of the ale. It's like, well, it's kind of like one of their smaller kegs, but there's like a handle stuck on it.
They quickly just nailed one on there. Yeah,
I'll
cool.
say she put it together for you.
Oh, cool. So
She's like, I made you
I'll
a
eat.
cup so you can properly drink our ale.
Thank you. It was very well thought of. So I'll eat. Make me real quick and get ready to meet with them outside or with the bishop.
All right. She goes ahead and she stays in the room after you leave. Um, Michael, you and are Othello, are you gonna stay out there and get something to eat with your parents and Russell and Raka, or are you gonna follow them to the forge?
I'll stay and eat as well if I could speak to the bishop. I'll say I left a possibly some kind of special dagger with you to identify. Was that? Did you get to that yet?
The bishop, I have not able to identify it yet, but you can take it back with you if you like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it then. As well, I don't know if somebody would be able to, but could somebody possibly tend to some of these wounds that I've sustained? And I'll just kind of show them like the bloody, wound that I have from
The
the
one
poison
wound.
spear. The one wound, yeah, that nearly took me out.
We'll make sure all of you are fully healed before you leave.
Okay. And
Nearly took you out.
I'll just kind of bow
Didn't
and
hit
say
you.
thank you so much, and
Down in one hit.
You see
yeah,
it.
I'll
Oh,
just go ahead and start eating and everything after that.
as you sit down and eat, a little bitty dwarven child comes running up. He hops up on the bench beside you. He sits beside you. And he looks up to you. And he's missing a tooth, and he's like, "That your pig?"
Yeah, its name's
No, that's my
Bacon.
reflection.
He's a big pig. He's a nice pig, though. He let me pet him.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. I like him too.
He's got stinky poops. I like him.
Yeah, I'll just laugh and just continue eating.
Oops. It's a
Okay.
dwarven kid.
All right. Pexor and uh,
Are they?
or excuse me, Frank. You go ahead and you enter the temple. You see the captain over there, sure enough, telling his stories again to the dwarves.
No.
You see
Cool.
Russell, Raka, and Josh all sitting at a table with also a redheaded dwarven child. And
Go up to Russell's character. I'll pick up his head. Are you ready to go yet?
Russell's like, oh, no, they still got to work on it. Oh, you've only been gone for a day. Yeah, you can't even get back here without busting up the wagon. I thought you
How's you
do a
kids
better
want to
job
do
than
to fix
that.
it with magic? Actually, if I could speak to you and the bishop, I might have found a way to expedite your process. If it even works. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, considering you're dead.
All right, well, what are you going to do?
I pull out the totem wand.
What is that?
Now, this is just speculation, but those boar people, their wooden armor was like basically molded and attached to their bodies and everything. So I had a thought, what if you could be like nameless?
Hmm.
In a sense. I mean, you'd still, I would assume, be a skeleton, but I mean you'd be covered up in
Oh,
wood.
so you're going to fix me with a stick?
No, I can't do that. No. You guys are gonna fix you with a stick. Uh,
I
just
would,
providing a
but
stick.
I mean, me myself, I'd rather be comfortable with good old dwarven steel. But so you're saying
Well,
wood?
I mean, whoa. Well, first off, every axe has a wooden haft. Okay, so you can't be spouting this whole only steel nonsense.
Yeah, you know
But I
how
mean,
many axe halves get broken?
well, I mean, yeah. You know how many axes suck. I don't know. Listen,
Don't even.
no.
I think wizards use wands. Is that a wand?
I don't know. It's a totem stick.
Hmm. You're a
Listen,
totem
when I
stick.
talked to them, they said that only the queen knew how to use it. So I know from my own home world, a lot of we'll call them tribal people. If they have someone who can use magic among them, it's usually some sort of clerical, shamanistic, background.
Well, you can show it to
Yeah,
you
thank
can
you,
show it to the
Nicholas.
bishop if you like.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just trying to help you out.
Thank you.
You know,
I guess.
and it might work with different woods too. Could you imagine if you found like I don't know, wood as hard as steel? You'd be light, but impenetrable, like Nameless.
Well,
Except he's
that
made of mithril.
I'm just going to get back to my plate for right now because you talking about wood that's hard to steal after you've been in there with a dwarven woman. I don't even want to hear it right now.
Speaking of that, we need to leave. The sooner the better.
Then the captain comes up to you. You can tell he's kind of like drunk off the ale a little bit, and he's like,
In the morning?
and then
What time is
he tackled it clean off the boar. He leapt over the boar, and then he snapped her neck.
Yeah, I did just that. I go find the bishop.
Okay, Pexor and Nameless, you get to the weapon shop.
All right.
You come walk.
Um,
You go walking in, and one of the uh, weaponsmiths comes up to you instantly, Pexor, and he's like, "The bishop told us to apologize for how we treated you yesterday, and that elves are not really bad luck to smithing, and
Oh, you
that
don't have to apologize. He knows.
that you are trying to restore the mountain, and we should be glad that you're on the mission, and we're sorry."
Well, all's fair and
Oh man.
it's okay.
Because we should be finishing your scythe within the hour. We worked
Okay,
on it
thanks.
all night.
Glad to hear it. Thank you.
What they could do to help you remember that, they remember that you're still an elf, they can just engrave "We're sorry" on the blade.
If you look at it, while they're working on it, it's really cool because the blade actually has dancing skeletons on it. So I guess they felt extra bad for how they
That's the
treated you.
last thing he needs is encouragement, Master Smith.
This is all orders from the bishop. We're supposed to make him a true necromancer's scythe, the best one we can out of the metal he provided.
Hell yeah. Ooh, not hell, but that thing.
heavens, yeah.
He goes, are you here to donate this entire one? Am I supposed to make another scythe out of him?
I side eye and say, not yet.
Good
Okay.
luck with
Do you
that.
say anything, or what do you say, Jared?
So, are you done with your forge, Master Smith?
I should be finishing his scythe within the hour, yes.
Then I need access to your facility after you are done to try and hastily put together a suit of armor for our large friend.
The huge giant that's bedding all the women?
Yes, that one.
That's going to take a lot of work.
It
What,
would.
what kind of metal am I working with?
used.
As
Well,
Jared pulls out all the dead body.
No, I did take them off of the bodies.
I can
But
I can melt it down, I can put it together, and I can shape it to him, but I'm gonna need him in here ASAP to get some measurements.
that'll work, and I can help with the process.
Bishop!
Notify me when you're done, and we can get started.
Okay. So are you gonna go ahead and stay in the shop until they finish it, Pexor, or are you gonna go back out there and eat?
I'm going to stay and just kind of wait for that hour.
Okay. You actually look at it amazement. What's really cool is whenever he sticks uh the metal in the fire, it temporarily changes the color of the fire to green.
That means it's sick.
He brags on the metal. He's like, "This is going to be very enchantable." He goes, "So I take it that this piece of arm was just like him." And
To the best of our knowledge, yes. But it's still kind of an open question.
Well, it'd just be like putting a suit on him.
Right.
But I mean,
And
like, you can embed the medallion inside.
So we couldn't.
so you're a
Right.
metal machine that forges metal.
Yes.
I don't know if I would trust that. Would you have good instincts, or would you be more precise than another smith?
I will leave that decision up to you, Master Smith.
I'm
I'll be
excited to
back.
watch you work.
Sounds good. I'll return in a little bit. I'm going to let Pierce know what we're up to.
Okay, you go out there, and sure enough, Pierce is with the captain, and he's acting out the story and scaring all the dwarven children.
Well, the captain's acting out the store. I'm trying to leave.
Oh, okay.
I've tried to find the bishop because I have the stick.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll say that you go up and you talk to the bishop then before they come back out of the shop. What would you like to say to him?
So, Master Bishop, I'm sure you've heard of the Boar people and everything, especially from the captain.
He says that they're no longer.
They will no longer be a threat to outside races.
He was claiming over there that you killed all of them.
I don't kill women and children, no.
So you didn't inform him, but he believes it. I believe that's what he's going to tell the king. Are you worried about that?
No, I saw to it to help guide the survivors to a more peaceful path. Thanks, in part, to your gift to me.
What is that you have in your hand?
This is actually I think the nameless called it a wand, but it is what their chief queen used to make their armor. And I was going to give it to you because I had an idea to possibly help Stone Scribe.
So
he's.
I always assumed that they were fully made of tree. I never knew that they wore tree armor. So this is the wand that they would use to put the armor on themselves?
Yes. Now, they claim that only the queen's able to use it, but I deduce, or I'm really just guessing that it's because the queen's the only one with either druidic or clerical power.
That's what I was assuming. It would possibly be some type of druidic magic, but uh, I have I've never used this type of magic or wand, for that matter, and I wouldn't be sure if I would know how to operate it successfully. And without testing on something non-living, I wouldn't recommend it.
You have a perfect test subject.
Yeah, wait a minute. Isn't he dead? How much worse could it possibly be?
We come back, he's a tree.
He's just stuck there. Help!
I would recommend an experienced mage. I do believe your necromancer possibly has a history in magic, and he would know more about wands.
Right. But his expertise is with dead things.
And my expertise
so
is with healing people. I don't believe I would be very good with it.
True enough. I just thought the idea might help Stone Scribe, given his predicament. If he was clad in some sort of armaments, even if it were to be looking pseudo-like Nameless, it could give him protection and peace of mind about losing his medallion.
We were planning on making a fixer to his rib cage so the medallion would be able to leave him. But that does sound like it would be an easier route, but I don't know if it would be more secure than what he wants. He's definitely afraid of the amulet being separated from him.
Right. Well, from what I've seen from the corpses, the armor is all but grafted to the flesh of those people, meaning it's an entire suit where you really can't see much skin, except for some of them had removable helmets and everything. So, with that, the possibility remains of maybe grafting the amulet into the armor.
Even having growths go inside. And
Yeah,
holding
or
it in place.
growths intertwining into his rib cage, like a root system.
So we should hang the amulet from within inside him still around his neck, but let it stay inside his rib cage, not directly connected to
Right.
him, but then surround him with the wooden armor, is what you're saying.
Right. And I'm only guessing here, but like if because they were using this with the wood of their environment. I don't know the extent of the wander magic, but I mean, if it's able to warp or move any type of wood, I mean, there are legends of magical woods and stuff like that, which provide better protection and everything,
I'm
especially against
surprised you have
fire.
so much knowledge of this being a fighter. But yes, you are correct. There would be more powerful woods out there. But if the wand would be able to work on such a wood, I would not know until tested.
True enough.
All right, at this time, I'm going to say that he goes ahead and he finishes Pexor's scythe.
I've found Pierce by now and let him know what we're going to do.
Okay, Pierce comes walking up to you, or excuse me, Nameless comes walking up to you as you're saying that to the. But also, he just doesn't know that Nameless is a mage either. So Nameless would obviously probably be able to use it, but he just knew the elf was a necromancer. But anyway, Nameless comes walking up to you, Pierce. Go ahead.
So as soon as they are done forging Pexor's weapon, we're going to start work on trying to get a hasty suit made for you. I don't want to spend too long here. We need to move on, but maybe we can fashion something that'll work in the meantime.
Great. Let's get the mall rolling.
We'll need you in there for measurements.
Right.
I guess it's
So-
montage time.
Right. We just need a cool song to play in the background, you know?
That's not copyrighted.
All right.
Something about pushing it to the extent of how far it goes.
Welcome to the limit. Oh man, hammer
Yeah,
time.
you're the second best around. Nothing might keep you down.
Okay, so are y'all going to both go into the forge and help the dwarves then, or all work together to try to
Yeah.
get a suit done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, would it be easier if we could try to make, because we have to do this hastily, would it work if we made like a type of brigadine base where the plates can
Do like banded mail.
kinda, yeah, where if need be, you know, I can easily replace and repair.
Like I was going
Right.
to say, it would be impossible to forge a set of like full plate within that time.
Right.
I wasn't
But
full plate
banded.
anyway. I was going for like a breastplate or banded mail.
That's what I was saying. Banded mail would go pretty quick. It wouldn't be that hard of a process because you just have to, pretty much make vans. But with all y'all working together, are you going to try to get it done before lunch? I guess.
Well, at least within a day because I'm able to continuously work. So as long as the hard processes and everything are taken care of by the master smith, then the rest of it I can handle.
Okay. You go ahead and y'all start working on that. Pexor, you get your scythe. Uh, you look it over. From what it looked like, they actually kind of put an elvish shape to it, which is real nice. Very curvy, very leaf-like, right? Like I said before, the blade's black. It has dancing skeletons on it.
Church.
You're welcome to go test it if you like.
Yeah, I'll
On the pig.
Not bacon, please. No, not bacon.
Actually, I'll just kind of first I'll ask the dwarf of the master smith more about it. Like, so what can you tell me about this beauty? And I slap the side of the blade, like I know what I'm doing.
as well.
Well, the bishop was talking to us about the metal, and we were discussing it when we started working it. It wasn't overly difficult to forge, but we did have to keep the fire dramatically hotter to keep it going. One thing that is about it that I did guess properly last time I seen it, that the metal is very enchantable and could possibly even hold multitudes of enchantments. I don't know who made this alloy or what's exactly in it, but it's very, very strong, way stronger than anything we've made here. I'm very proud of the crafting myself. It's one of my favorite pieces I've ever made. Thank you for giving me the chance to do it.
Well, thank you for making it. Of course, now I feel like something of such grand design needs a name, perhaps.
That would be up to you, Death Wielder. I wouldn't know how to name such a dark, evil weapon.
All right, God.
Dark evil weapon. I'm going to name it Fluffy Buddy.
Okay.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Yeah. Exo's Exo. Okay.
It is the cheese slicer.
You know what our group name is? Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right, then I'll just I'll swing it around a couple times, see if I can even.
Not inside.
Well, yes, not inside. You're right. I cleave the table in twain.
Hey, are
You get
you sitting in this
stuck.
pew? Are you sitting in this pew? Can I borrow this real quick? Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go outside and I'll swing it around a couple times. Get the balance of it, kind of make sure that I'm not going to be losing it in the middle of battle.
You can tell that the blade, because the metal was so strong, he didn't have to make it thick, right? And instead of it just having the cut side being sharpened, the outside of the blade is also sharpened, so it goes both ways.
That's
The the it's
Danger's my
it's
middle
very
name.
sharp and it's very light. You can tell that he crafted it knowing that you probably wasn't a fighter, but he wanted to make it light enough that you could use it well. So even though the blade's thinnish, it's very, very strong. Whenever you swing it at a tree out there, I'll say you swing it at a tree and it just cuts the limb off like butter. You've never had a weapon that was this well made before. I'm not going to say you haven't fiddled around with one once or twice, but this is definitely the most high quality scythe you've ever held in your life.
All right.
It rivals the beauty of ones that you've seen by other necromancers, or totally eclipses theirs.
I think to myself, them dwarves ain't that bad, but I'd never say it out loud.
It still smells like dwarf, but you can't
I
do
mean,
anything about that.
cars smell like new cars, and eventually they wear away. So okay, then cool. I walk back in and I say, thank you very much, and then I walk back to go get something to eat.
Okay, Josh, what would you like to do?
I guess after the meal, I guess the first thing is I'll go and get that dagger. I'll just hold it with me. And
He
then after,
says he said he almost had it identified that if they're going to make that armor, he can get it identified before they left. That he was almost done. He would just have to take it back and continue concentrating on it.
okay, yeah, then I'll just tell him thank you, and I'll just leave it with him then. And then after that, if I can find somebody to possibly tend to some of my wounds,
Okay.
that'd be great.
All right. You go ahead and you spend the next few hours getting healed, setting back and learning dwarvish songs, which are very impressive. They have awesome vocal techniques. While y'all's all chilling out, they do actually have a temporary service of blessing everyone with the ale, and they obviously the bishop gets up there and he talks about how y'all are going to restore the mountain, that the goddess has blessed y'all's journey, that she's came to him in visions already, speaking towards y'all's ability and power to defeat Armaxa and her metallic beings. Um, he also speaks of the evil that lies within Nothing's heart and that he could feel his soullessness, and that people are things of his nature are destined to be destroyed by the good, and for the children not to be afraid of him, stuff like that. Um, I'm going to say y'all continue throughout the day, lightly visiting. Uh, you, Josh, also, I'm going to say that your mom tells you a few things about or Moxa whenever they were younger. Uh, she says that she was always so filled with life and happiness, and she wanted to use magic to help people, and she never understood why everything went so dark so quickly with her. All she remembers is the rage in her eyes whenever she tried to take her soul from her and she stripped her of her powers. Uh, that there was another mage there at the time, but she didn't see his face. But she knows that he prevented her from killing her totally. But she believes that he was with the Council of Elements. And that you should be able to find out a lot more about what she was going through and the research she was doing if y'all go there and ask around.
I guess while she's telling me all this, I'll ask, is there any name that I might need to bring up for us to get access to this? Or is there anybody that you maybe know there that I could speak to directly?
She said, just ask to speak to the council. Um, Obviously, they're all of equal power. She goes, I couldn't give you an exact name that would give you more access. If you go up there and you mention her and you mention what she's been doing, because they know about the taint of her magic. They seen her going evil before she left, and in their own way that they're trying to stop her from completing what she needs to do. Uh, they might try to take the key from you. Don't let them have it. Because if they get it, she could possibly get it from them, and I feel like it would be safer in your hands.
Yeah, I'll keep it safe.
Right. I'll continue throughout the day. Go ahead and give me 3 rolls on your smithing, Jared.
25, 21, and nat 20.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
Right?
I'm over here forging a nameplate for Nameless.
I know, it's so sad. No one's gonna name him. One of y'all should definitely do that if you're ever bored. But I'm
Me.
gonna say the dwarves they keep on commenting on your smithing, and Frank, also you're seeing him work, and it's so insane because whenever he hammers on the metal, it's like it's like so fast and
He
precise.
looks like a power hammer.
he looks like he looks like a power hammer. If he didn't roll that natural 20 and them other high rolls, I would have said that he had some trouble, but he didn't have trouble. He put out an entire suit of banded mail for you by I'd say 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and it fits you perfectly.
Whoa. I didn't realize you were so skilled in the crafting arts.
The master dwarfsmith, he's looking at you the whole time, and he's like, "So where do I order one of you? Can I just get one of you made? If I had a whole shop full of y'all, I'd just have to give you the designs."
Maybe one day a mage will be able to recreate the process.
It's like, I don't understand how you got your hits so even and so smooth the whole time. There are no dents. Very
I have to
impressive.
be able to repair myself, so.
Hmm. So you're not a person in there. You are full metal all the way through.
Metal, wood, composite materials, but yes,
Do you have a soul?
I believe so. I feel like I have one.
Of course he has a soul. He understands jokes.
He's like, well, excellent, excellent. Yes, if you come back here and you ever want to do some work for me, feel free. I wish I had you working on Stone Scribe's amulet piece. We would probably get that all worked out for him quickly.
Unfortunately, I believe we are short on time.
I wasn't joking about making that nameplate.
For
I just
nameless.
didn't engrave anything on the nameplate.
It's a blank plate.
That's messed up.
Well, I figure I'm good enough at smithing to make a piece of metal, but I'm not skilled enough just yet to engrave on it.
I know. Why do all robot characters have to have a name tag? It's like a given. Obviously, we got to, to remember your name, we got to give you a tag. Okay, so go ahead and roll your
Not for the
smithing.
robot.
Roll your smithing for me, Frank, since you made him a nameplate.
18 total.
Okay, it didn't come out bad at all.
Aha! The
The dwar-
beginnings.
The beginning.
The dwarves are like, oh, that's not bad, but clearly your friend is way more better.
Right. Well, I'm also working with smaller tools.
Stuff not made for you.
I know, I'm over here.
I know, it's like, could you imagine him trying to use a small dwarven forge and beat a half giant? He's all squatted over.
I'm wearing one of their aprons and everything, you know?
You probably have to wear like 3 of their aprons tied together. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say after the service, after you're eating, after making the armor and everything, is there anything else you're wanting to do? I know that you were talking about possibly putting the armor around Russell with the wand. Was you wanting to discuss that with your magic users, Frank, before y'all leave?
Yeah, nameless and Pexor. Listen,
I'm not listening until you say my name right.
I did say Pexor.
No, you didn't say Pexor. You said Pexor.
Well, because I'd be asking you a question about magic that is, I would assume, not in your realm of expertise.
Okay. So what question do you have about magic?
This wand. They say it's a wand. This totem stick.
Yes, it is a wand.
Okay. Yes, it is magical. Yes. Are you?
Yes.
Do you know the right way to point it?
No.
At least he doesn't know the activation word. So.
Right. Wingardium Leviosa. No. I believe this is the queen used to make their armor. I don't know how to use it, but I'm thinking that you two would easily be able to figure that out.
With time and study, we probably could figure out what the activation is, but the magic might not be of our style. So that's just one of those things that we'll have to take a look.
Cool, have at it. You'll get more use out of it than I can.
All right, I'll hold on to this and study it while you guys sleep.
I will actually stay up a little bit and study it too, just to kind of see if I can help in any way.
What's
and also because nighttime's the best time.
Teamwork.
Right. God. No, not that.
So are you going to go ahead and are y'all going to rest a little bit more and travel at night, you're saying?
Figure we travel in the morning. Because the armor would get done, like 2, 3? eat, have mass, and everything. I figure we can have this one final night for Othello to be with his parents and us to say proper goodbyes to everybody. Maybe also fix the wagon up a little bit better, put an actual wheel on it.
Right.
And then
You
leave.
had to say bye to Still Trial.
Shit. All right, we leave now.
Yeah, I need to know when we leave because I need to go get the queen out from underneath the bed. A sentence I never thought I'd say.
Josh, he gives you the knife back, and he says, "It's the knife of the true hunt," and it gives you a plus 3 to tracking and survival skills when you wield it, or when you have it on your person.
Wonderful, thank you.
So what does Banded Mail give?
Banded Mail.
Yeah, I think before we head out and everything, just kind of while everything's dying down, I think I'm gonna go out to check on Bacon and just kind of pet him a little bit and probably just I think I'm gonna lay on the grass a little bit just as he's like, munching, grazing a little bit. And I think I'm just going to kind of close my eyes and just kind of rest a little bit, but just kind of try and process everything that's been going on. Just to kind of clear my head and yeah.
And then 35 pounds. Well, that's normal. So 50.
As you're laying there and you're clearing your head, you hear your dad's hawk out from the distance, and it returns to you. You're kind of having like this moment where you feel like you're bonding with the hawk, and I'm going to say that while you're sitting there chilling out, it becomes your first familiar.
Yeah, as it flies in, yeah, I'll just call to it then. And does it look healthy? Does it look like it's hungry, or I'm just kind of looking at it and making sure he's all right
Oh
because
no,
it's been a while.
no, he looks fine. I don't remember what you sent him off for last time.
I
It was
think
so
I
long
had
ago.
him before the goblin attack, and I mean, he probably just flew off due to all the
Yeah.
craziness that happened.
Uh,
So,
I will say that while you were while you were poisoned, right? Uh, that he flew away, and you totally forgot about him. And I'm going to say he returned, but it's almost like when he returns, he has a super connection with you, like he really missed you. And I'm going to make him your first familiar.
yeah, sounds good to me. I'll just as I'm laying there, I'll just kind of, you know, have him on my shoulder or whatever, or just kind of pet him a little bit and just like I said, just try and process everything that's been going on because with everything that's happened to Othello so far, I'd imagine he's probably, you know, really struck with how dangerous the world actually is, right? And after seeing the battlefield and everything, like he knew he had to do what he had to do with that, but seeing all that carnage probably in the back of his mind, I don't want to say traumatized him, but it kind of,
Well, I
once
understand.
again, yeah,
You
because he
know,
had
I
never
could,
seen anything like that.
well, it wasn't only that. Y'all were like one step away from going with them.
Yeah.
Y'all seriously talked it over with one another and considered going there, and whether or not you would have survived. I mean, after seeing the way those boar riders were and the damage that was laid upon the field, you probably wouldn't have survived. So, yeah, that definitely gives you a lot to ponder.
But yeah, I'll just kind of just take one last day, I guess, and just try and relax the best I can.
Okay. I'm going to say at one point your father comes out. He recognizes the eagle, and he says to you, he's like, "Oh, hmm, that's my old hawk. Wow, my hunting hawk. Wow, he's really, really bonding with you."
Eagle.
Yeah, I'm surprised he made it back. He's pretty tough. And I'll just kind of pet him a little bit
Hmm,
and
I don't understand
I'll
why he would come all this way. Maybe he felt a connection,
I don't know, yeah.
or maybe he flew
I'll just
by. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, but with him and Bacon, I think we'll make a pretty good team. And I'll
Well,
just kind of laugh and look at Bacon.
I just always called him Hawk, so I definitely think you should name him if he's going to be
Call
close
him
to you. And
eggs.
Oh my eggs.
Bacon and eggs, man.
Bacon and
Hawks lay eggs. It's perfect, bro. Match made in heaven.
The necromancer's out there behind the tree. Call it eggs.
Did you hear that? Oh.
Like a
He's
sundial.
behind the tree because he's casting his own spell, Find Familiars, because he's trying to steal away his hawk.
Look, some people call it casting spells. Some people say voyeurism. I don't know.
But
That's not better.
That's even worse.
but yeah, with that, I'll think on it. But for some reason I'm thinking of eggs though. I don't know.
Well, I just want to say, after hearing that story, son, and the captain telling us all what you've done, you know, I feel like I've held you back your whole life, and I'm glad that you now have a chance to become a proper person, that you have a chance to earn a life, and you're not just trying to keep your parents alive. I I'm very proud of you, and thank you for being brave enough to do all this. Definitely, you have a lot of your mother in you.
Yeah, I mean I'll admit in the beginning I was very, I don't want to say betrayed, but I felt that way. But I think I see your side of it as well. I know you were just trying to keep me out of that and, in your way protect me. But
And
hopefully now, I have a chance to do something about it.
it was just routine for me, son. We were running when you were small, and then you got older, and we just kept going. I didn't know how to change or what to change. All I knew is just to keep your mother safe, and you were always right there. It's not like one day I could wake up and just tell you to leave. I'm just glad that, I hate all of us going through this misfortune, but I do believe you're going to be a better person for it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Just beware, if that claw glider ever gets released, don't be within its sight or grasp. It is the most deadly creature I've ever heard of.
You know where it came from? When it came from?
I believe it was made by the gods to destroy something powerful, but it took all of our strengths to capture it and trap it. Anybody that would want to release it would be wishing death upon everyone. All it would do is go from town to town, destroying anything it came across. I'm sure such a powerful creature going unchecked, I don't even think it should exist.
I don't know. I mean, if it's made by the gods, I mean, can it even be killed?
I don't think it can.
Well, I'll do everything I can to make sure it doesn't get out, because, I mean, I can't let all those years that you and mom and, myself running, I won't let it go to waste.
I just wish it could focus its efforts on our Moxa. Don't tell your mother that I wish for her death, but I just wish we didn't have to have you suffer by her will all this time. And if I could have that beast consume her, I would.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you. I don't know our Moxa or anything, but her creations and just what she might be capable of and what she wants to do. I don't know if she can be saved at this point. I mean, I don't want to take an innocent life or anything, but after, you know, just one of her creations, not nameless, but the other one, just what she was capable of and what she wanted to do, I don't know. I will
If
just have
it
to wait and see, I guess.
if we stop her, it'll be great. But if we can find a way to even restore your mother back to her former power, that would be ideal. Please find out all you can at the council. I'm sure they'll have some type of information.
Yeah, we'll do what we can.
Thank you so much, son. He gets up and he goes back inside the temple. Anybody else want to
Yeah.
do anything else before evening time?
I got a name for my scythe. Okay.
All right. The boogeyman?
Slasher.
The epilogue, because there's always a little something after your story's done. That's where I come in, the necromancer.
That's awesome. Arise.
What I'm wanting to do is going to happen in the middle of the night.
Oh no! I remember PG-13, man.
All right, you're the one with the
Frank's one of those private poopers. He's got to make sure everyone's asleep, and then he can finally,
Right.
Okay, so Frank's gonna wait till the middle of the night. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Nameless or Jared? Was you there for Josh's entire conversation, or what would you like to say you did that afternoon and evening?
Oh,
Actually, if I can interject, before we all separate, um, I tell Nameless, I say, whenever you want to study that wand, let me know and I'll help you out.
okay. So before that, I'll probably just be talking with some of the dwarves, just learning more about their area around here and asking some general questions. After dinner is probably when I'd start studying the wand and working with Pexor on that and trying to see what we can decipher from this little bit of time that we've got.
Okay, both of y'all give me a percentile. Or wait. Actually, let me see.
What
Do y'all,
spellcraft?
are both of y'all or do a spellcraft check for me and a use magical device check?
Okay. Oh, heck yes. Spellcraft, I got 21. Magical device, I got 19.
Okay, Jared.
Oh yeah, my magical.
All right. Well, my spellcraft I got 16, and then my use magic device I got 12. So
Okay, you're both thoroughly working on it, but during y'all testing it and trying to use it on wooden objects, Pexor, you're the first one that manages to use one of the charges of the wand.
Eureka!
But what it is it's a wand of warp wood.
okay.
Ooh, say that 5 times fast.
I'm not going to attempt it. Anybody else, you're welcome. Uh, save a little face here. Wand of warp wood. I can't even do it once.
All right, then I'll ask him and said, well, he offered it up to both of us. Do you want it or do you want me to have it?
I don't
After he
think
shows y'all, either one of y'all could use it possibly.
Okay.
against Jared, it could be a detriment. Break his bones.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know how many charges are left in it or how to recharge it or anything like that right offhand.
Okay. Yeah. Then my question. I'll still ask the question. Do you want to, between the both of us, do you want to keep it or do you want me to?
Being that you're less likely to get into a melee fight, it'd probably be better for you to hold on to it.
Okie dokie. So
Plus, I
the
don't have pockets.
That'd be some pretty badass zombies. I'm not gonna lie.
Armored zombies.
Armored.
all right, cool. So wand of warping. Man, that is tough to say. That's tough to say even at normal speed.
Anything else anybody want to do before they pass out for the night?
Uh, I'm good.
Okay. What was you gonna do at the night when the night time came, Frank?
All right, so believe everybody's asleep and everything, I'm gonna be armored up, but I'm gonna leave, and I'm not gonna go too far away from the temple and everything,
Okay.
but I'm just gonna go to a solitary spot where I can find a tree,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna wail on it and vent all of my rage and anger, and whether I'm using my sword, I'll shield bash the tree, I'm punching the tree, I'm getting out all the frustration and rage my character's been feeling that he's bottled up inside these past few times, because this whole time he's in another world. He doesn't know. He knows about a lot of stuff because of studying with his family and everything. But in this, I feel completely adrift, lost. My sister's gone, and I don't even know who took her. I know they went through some sort of portal that I fell through, so I failed to save her. And and now I'm stuck. I can't even speak this world's language without assistance from uh, magical assistance and everything. And even though I fought valiantly, I still died, and which in essence is a failing on my part because I had to. It was only because of my companions and everything that I even came back. So without them, I wouldn't have been able to uh, follow through with the mission I wanted to do anyway. So, but I don't want to let anyone see how angry I am.
Okay. Um, I'll
That's just
say,
what.
I don't. Is your character the crying type? Do you think he could ever cry, or are you harder than crying?
Maybe like shed a tear in anger and everything, but
Okay.
I think one of the reasons why I'm doing this is to stop myself from succumbing to even that. You know, just
Well,
I'd rather feel the pain of hitting a tree bare knuckled and everything like that than wallow.
yeah,
Per-
totally understandable for your character going through something like that. You know, you've been through a traumatic experience. For all you know, everything you ever known was gone. Uh, you don't know if your
Right.
sister's here on this world. You hope that she is, you know, and you're welling across the tree. um, you do notice in the middle of the night as you look towards the direction that originally that Russell and Pexor was coming from. In the great, great distance, you see a pulsating like uh over the edge of the I can't even think right now. Over the edge of the horizon, right? Where the ground meets the sky. Way in the distance, you see a pulsing green light coming from there. Uh, it like you're still concentrating on what happened with your sister. You still wonder why he looks so much like your dad. You know, too many questions. Moments of you being children. You would think about when she would sometimes talk about uh, the big cloaked man that was there when you were kids and how she was afraid of him always. And it does make you feel like a loss that she even used to have nightmares about him and be afraid of him, and the fact that he actually took her. uh it did leave you kind of wanting to be able to fix this for her. But I will say that in your heart, when you're swinging on the tree, you felt like that the reason why you're so mad and so emotional is because you know that she's alive and you feel like she's here. How close she is, you don't know, but you definitely,
Mhm.
you feel like that there's hope and that you're heading in the right direction.
All right. So after that, I'll clean my sword with drops of my own blood, reaffirm my own vows to my family and for vengeance, and then I'll just recompose myself and go back to the temple
Okay.
and act like nothing happened.
Alrighty. Well, you go back in there and your girlfriend's waiting for you. You go ahead and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else anybody else want to do before they passed out? All right.
Your character's just like,
Um,
Is this sleeping?
I will say before you pass out, I'll say that the dwarven smith approaches you, uh, Jared, and he has a stack of books, and he's like, "You did so good smithing today. Here's a lot of dwarven secrets. I don't know if your kind would sleep. I wouldn't think so with how you hammer. So if you're bored tonight, be welcome to read over our dwarven smithing techniques."
Thank you. I'm glad
And
to think of
he
something to do. Read.
all right. Okay. Everybody roll a d6 for the next morning.
2!
I got a 4.
5.
6.
I'm the first to awake at last.
Okay. So you did roll 2, Frank? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you don't have to roll nameless here, Jared. But you awaken first. Your woman is still asleep. Or
Cool.
your friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get this right first. I'm running away. No, I'll quietly, get out, get ready, uh, put all my stuff, go out the door.
So you're trying not to wake her?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a move silently for me.
Oh.
And
When it comes to getting away, I'm Nat 19. Is this with my armor on at this point, or is this just
or
like just
if you
out of bed?
roll the 19, then yeah, you can leave the room without waking her.
All right. All right. Cool. All right. Well, I'll get up. I'll go. Jared, are you in the hall reading?
I probably stayed in the hall that way. wouldn't bother anyone else from trying to sleep.
So I'll go there. Nameless. I have a favor to ask you on our journey.
What's that?
I need you to teach me intricacies of magic and how best to defeat it. I may not be able to cast like you or anything, but if I can understand how spells work, I may be able to also know how to stop them when I face them.
Okay. We can see what we can teach you.
Fantastic. Let's just start eating.
Stuff in your face.
What are you reading?
Dwarven smithing stuff.
No wonder I can't read it.
There's pictures.
Oh,
a
there's
pop-up.
pictures? I know what that is. That's a
Pop-up
hand.
book.
It's
Pop
a
up,
pop-out.
Yeah.
pop up
It's got a
smithing.
little.
If you
Yeah, it's got a
flex
little
the
dwarf.
pages just right, it shows the dwarf hammering, you know?
You
It's got
gotta
a little
move. You
tab
gotta move
sticking
the
out and you can
tab
move
on it.
up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where Jared's fascinating. His character's just like, huh. Then he breaks the tab and he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, any advanced enough technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's all this really is.
But no, I'll just wait out in the hall with my wrapped knuckles. I think just eating, just waiting for everybody else.
Okay. All right. Pexor, Josh, what'd you go or Othello? What'd y'all go off on?
I rolled a
5.
4.
4 and a 5. Okay, Josh, you awaken for the first time, and Nameless isn't in your room. Or the first time you've awakened, and he hasn't startled you since he's been with you.
Yeah.
Explains why his alarm didn't go off.
Yeah.
He
First thing
just
I'll probably do.
and hid under the bed.
Yeah, first thing I'll do is probably check my bag again to make sure the key's still in there. I
Okay.
just want to make sure that that's a habit for me.
Yep.
So seeing that, I'll wrap it back up and kind of put it in the bottom of my bag. I'll grab all that. I assume I left hawk / eggs, maybe eggs. I'm really digging bacon and eggs right now, but I'm assuming I left. Well, no, I probably would try and leave it just kind of with bacon, just that way it has, it can fly around. I don't want to keep it cooped up in the temple with me. But I'll just grab all my stuff, make sure it's all there, and I'll start heading down.
Okay.
And yeah, if I can get something to eat first, that'd be great.
Awesome.
And then I'll look around for my parents as well.
Okay. They actually wasn't awake yet. You got up a little earlier than them.
Okay,
But,
yeah, so I'll just sit down and eat then and wait for them.
Okay. Well, as you're eating, sure enough, after a little bit, they do come out and they do sit down and eat with you as you're finishing up. Your mother signs to you, that she knows that your father talked to you and she wanted to relay that she was just as proud of you as everything you've been going through. And she also says, you will get some information, something that will be of some use there. She knows, she feels it. But I'll let you continue eating with them. Pexor, you wake, and shortly after Josh going there after a little bit, what do? You still have a corpse under your bed.
Okay. So I know that we're leaving today. Like it's pretty much like we all talked about it. And,
Yeah. I will say,
assume-
as you awaken, I am going to say that your character is so used to waking up in the evening, vampire hours, that, you know, like I will say that today it's became a slight irritance to you. Waking up and knowing that the sun's coming up and you're going to be in the sun all day, is this, you have no idea why these people are so addicted to this big ball of light in the sky, but it is what it is.
Daywalkers. Ugh. Uh, yeah, I'll bring her out. I'll grab the fire poker and kind of push her out the other side.
Uh,
Then I'll cast corpse puppet and I'll bring her. I'll poke my head out and I'll look both ways down the hallway, see if anybody's coming. I don't want to scare anybody or have anybody get the wrong idea.
I might not be a student of war yet.
as you do look out there, there are several dwarves walking down the hallway.
Okay.
So you just wait till they get past,
I'll
and
just
then you.
I'll just wait.
Okay, you wait till the hallway's clear, and then you go ahead and walk out with her.
Then I'll actually go over. I'll have her. I assume we have a wagon and everything's set up for us all.
Yeah, you have your wagon that you still had from yesterday. I'm gonna say, or did anybody want to work on that yesterday in the evening to like fix the wagon up a little?
No, I would have been reading, so probably not me.
So
Damn it!
it probably would have
Fix the
been.
wagon.
So that's what I'll be working and everything is trying to get the wagon ready.
I'll be handing them tools.
All right. So y'all go ahead and finish up fixing up the wagon for trip this morning. Uh, everybody gets done eating. Russell, he approaches you, Frank, and he says, I didn't think that was a bad idea with the wand and everything. It's just, I don't know if I want extra magic cast on me right now. And I don't want to be that flammable either, since the captain was saying how those guys went up like, burning poofs of fire whenever he was burning them on the battlefield. So no, I wouldn't want that to be my fate. He did say, he goes, but they already have a design, and if y'all come back through, heading back north, I'll be able to rejoin you. Just be sure to stop by here and pick me up. He goes, but by the time y'all get back through here, after going and visiting the council, if y'all come back through, I'll be able to rejoin you. If not, then I'm sure our destinies will entwine sometime down the road.
As you wish, my friend. Maybe when we get this wand figured out and everything, we'll be able to make you something out of some wet wood. Stop that from being so flammable for you.
Like, well,
We'll
just as long. Go ahead.
We'll make it out of sap.
It's sappy.
Just like that joke.
But here, I'll take off my signet ring, Russell, or Lance.
Strike one.
And
No,
oh no. And I'll give it to Russell's character. Since you brought me back, take this. It's one of the symbols of my house, and it is my way of showing that I am still indebted.
He says he'll wear it proudly.
You might want to. It might be a bracelet for you.
Awesome.
But other than that, all right, we're ready to go. Let's go.
He seems very, very thankful.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
ready to. I'm ready to boogie.
Okay. All the dwarves meet out again to see you off on your way. The bishop blesses your journey as y'all pull off into the distance.
Dope. And away we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, before we head out, I'll make sure to tell my parents goodbye and I love them and all that stuff. And I'll just tell them to make sure that they take care of themselves as well. And I'll reiterate the fact that, nothing is very dangerous and they know nothing if they come across him.
If
Well,
you've met nothing, you know nothing.
Yeah,
that
exactly. Yeah.
I swear it makes sense.
you should be reaching Castle Fly Shore. If you keep heading west, you should reach there in about probably 8 hours. So you should be getting there about 4 in the evening. You leave now.
All right. So with Bacon all hitched up, we wave our last goodbyes and we leave, never to return.
The captain comes running out of the church. He's screaming like, "Whoa, whoa, you left me!" And he runs up and jumps in the wagon.
Yep, totally
What about time
accidental.
you showed up?
He's like, "Oh, I was so busted up, and those dwarven beds were more comfy than I thought. It's really nice. And I probably drank
I
too
think
much
it's
of that ale."
I think it's where they I think it's where they get you, Captain. It's not about the beds, it's the fact that you get so drunk there that anything's comfortable.
Very true, very true. Oh, I'm ready to go home. Normal bed, normal life. I've seen so much blood. It's time to rest.
Yes,
A good
sir.
portion of it my own.
All right. So, Othello, are you going to be in the front?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure bacon's good to go and I'll call for I want to say eggs. That's just that's so clever to me. Like it just kind of popped in my head. I don't know where I got it from, but
Mm,
yeah, I'll make sure eggs is with me and yeah, I'll start
I've
it up.
made I've made my indelible mark already.
Oh yeah.
bacon and
Hey, Lance,
eggs.
is the buckboard on the wagon wide enough to sit two people?
Sure.
All right, cool. Then I'll be up there with him.
I'll
Um,
be back.
okay, since it since it is only his second time driving a wagon, I'm gonna go ahead and have you do another animal handle on him for me, Josh.
That'd be a total of 20.
All right, that's perfect. You continue on down the road. All right, for the first 4 hours of the trip, y'all go uneventful. It gets around noontime, and some of your bellies are growling just a little bit. Oh, you want to snack on something?
Yeah, I'll munch on some rations.
Yeah, I'll do
So,
the same.
Othello,
What was that?
Othello, I want to talk to you about something. It's about Nameless.
Okay, why are we whispering?
He has super hearing.
He probably still totally hears her.
Yeah.
He's busy reading. He has no idea.
What is it?
A name for him.
I still
I
feel like
made
he should.
this nameplate here, but I didn't engrave anything on it because I didn't have anything final.
I don't know. I would feel weird if we were the ones that named him. Shouldn't that be his choice? I mean, this is his first time
I mean,
away
if you
from.
really want to think of it, did we get a choice at our names? I mean, our parents named us.
So would that make us his parents if we're the one naming him?
Adopted,
He
I guess.
follows
Do
you
you want that responsibility? Are you ready for that?
I'm the fun uncle. He follows you around.
I don't know. I'd have to think on it. I'd want it to be something that, I wouldn't want to make him feel like a fool or anything. I don't know. Did you have anything in mind?
Yes, I was thinking something strong, like malediction or malediction. How do you say it, name?
How do you say this word?
How do you say this word?
I heard me a pretty good word last night, and I think we should name him that.
Right?
Yes.
I
See what
mean,
happens when you put an extra point in intelligence?
Exactly.
You start naming everything.
This is just a magical understanding of your guys' language. I'm still trying to put 2 and 2 together.
well, I mean, it kind of does still fit the theme of his siblings, right? I mean,
Right? Well, and with malediction, he'd be like a curse upon his enemies, which is kind of ironic if you think about his origins, and
yeah.
maybe even fitting, because if he was made to go against us, but instead found his own sense of self and went against his creators.
I mean, I still feel a little weird. Should we at least ask him if that's all right with him? I just feel strange, I mean,
That's true. I guess being that he is grown up, he could get a say in it. But
but I
I
do
just
like the
thought
name.
it was just weird, just calling him nameless. That's like calling a dog dog.
Well, my father did name the hawk Hawk, so I mean,
Right? But now he's eggs. Now he has a purpose. He fits. He has a sense of self.
I mean, it sounds good to me. I you know,
You're his keeper, so I'll let you
oh,
have the
I
final.
have to be the one to. Oh yeah, you're the fun uncle, right? Right. Okay. Oh gosh.
This is like a this is like a bedtime discussion type of thing.
I had a lot to think about last night, and we got to name the robot. We can't move forward. I mean, it's killing me calling him nameless.
Stop in this wagon right now.
Stop the wagon. Stop the wagon.
Poor necromancer's like, no, don't stop the wagon. It's bright out. Get where we're going.
I can feel the sun like barely getting through the necromancer's cloak, and he's like,
I'll make sure that the wagon top, that cloth, is very thin. Sheer almost in its ability to let light in. You're muted, Pexor. My good friend.
Sorry,
Are you talking to yourself?
Yes, I am. I'm talking to my corpse friend, my corpse puppet.
I know. How many like awesome things did we just miss? He's probably like dropped some serious bombs, and we totally.
I know. On now only the dead can hear him.
Well, dead men tell no tales, so that's why they always tell my secrets.
Sounds like you need to rein in your pets.
All I can see is his zombie like handing him a tissue. You're the only one that understands me, zombie.
This zombie will just gain sentience just from the amount of time it's spent just sitting there listening to
It actually groans sympathetically.
I know, like, either sympathetically or apathetically. Either
Yeah.
it's been listening too long, it doesn't care anymore.
Would be funnier instead of like a negative energy spirit attacking it and everything.
Yeah, cleric.
It gets like a air spirit. Or
Eh.
something.
Oh, you don't want any air leaving that zombie. Zombie fart. Okay, so
We're
continue.
traveling.
Are you going to talk to him about it?
His name?
Yeah.
Here, I'll take the reins.
Okay, I'll pass off Bacon and I'll
I'm
I'll go
assuming
into
you
the
heard him before. Because it's not like there's a gap. There's an opening between the buckboard and the wagon. We're like 2 feet away from it.
Oi, robot.
Oi, robot.
What's a dwarf doing in here?
Where the dwarf come from?
They pop out of the ground.
Yeah, I'll go back to the wagon and just kind of look and see what everybody's doing, and I'll just kind of sit next to Nameless and I'll be like, so I know you mentioned your name was Nameless, I guess, but we were thinking, what if we actually gave you a name? Is that something that you would want, or are you happy with Nameless?
Lance, I put the nameplate right beside Othello and then cough to try to disguise it.
Yeah, I'll just peek down and be like, well, we think we have something in mind, and I wanted to run it by you just to make sure it would be something that you would be comfortable with. What about malediction?
Oh, that's how you say it?
I think.
What about
I'm not the smartest one of the group. I think that's how you say it.
what about Mister? So it could be Mr. Roboto.
He doesn't have a mustache, so it wouldn't work.
That's Robotnik, not what?
Yes.
I
Copyright.
like this friend Othello.
Frank, you have a title.
So, I mean, like I said, I didn't want to, if you're not comfortable with that, I would hate to press that upon you, but I mean, it seems like a strong name for somebody really strong. And I think too, it still kind of fits in with, your siblings as well. I mean, I know what happened with Secret. I wish that could have been prevented. And maybe the others can be persuaded. I mean, I even still hold a glimmer of hope for maybe nothing. I mean, I won't write that off until we actually get to that point.
Right.
But
Oh, Paxar hasn't said anything, but he still has her head.
No, I
yeah,
don't. Wait, whose head? Oh, Silence Head. Yeah.
or secrets, yeah.
Secret,
Through your
yeah.
bag of
I missed it.
Which one are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Oh, okay.
Oh, which head? Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh, I get so confused.
Ew. It's
It's
like a
all gooey now.
I know, it's like a bag of potatoes sitting too long. Oh.
Why are they budding?
This is black spots just forming
So-
underneath the
Do it. Throw that out.
So are y'all gonna call him like O'Malley?
It's up to him. I will say, if you either chose a name for yourself or we gave you one, if Armoxa can't be saved in that event, at least you'll have something different that will set you apart from your siblings and her, if that's what you truly want.
Thank you.
I mean, then it's settled for me. right?
Trying to think of a cool name.
I will take maldiction.
Okay.
Oh, I could have done
Sweet.
toast.
I don't know how to
Toast.
write that in your language, so it's on you guys.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, it it would be like if we had it in a different language. It could be like when people get Mandarin letters tattooed on them. It's like, why is that?
Yeah,
Why you have soup
water.
tattooed on your arm?
Yeah.
Son.
What?
Looks really cool. All it means is just this basic element.
As y'all's talking about his name and laughing and making your short little jokes in the wagon, Josh, you happen to, or go ahead and roll spot check for me, Josh. Frank, are you at the front as well?
Yeah, he had the reins. Would I be able to see? Because I'm in the wagon, so it may only be on Pierce.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and Pierce, you make the spot check for me.
Okay, my spot 16 plus 4, so 20 total.
Okay. Way up ahead, you see what looks to be an armored wagon approaching. It also looks like it has people standing on top of it.
On the road?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Look out, guys. On the road, we have an armored wagon with loaded down full of people. So I assume that's just military people or a mercenary band passing by. Maybe. I don't know the customs of these lands, but we should be good.
As
Captain,
Yeah.
try
Okay.
this?
Yeah. Can I? When he mentions that, I'll kind of peek my head out and I'll take a look as well. Do I notice anything that I would recognize from just my travels or anything, or is this like totally new?
The wagon's unmarked. It's actually fully black. As the wagon gets closer to y'all, it doesn't pick up speed, and at a certain point, it kind of pulls off the road a little bit and it stops, like it's almost going to wait for y'all to pass. Right. As you get closer to the wagon, you see all the crossbow people on top of it armor up, and they're just like they're not pointing the bows directly at you, but they're just ready to shoot. Right. As you get closer to the wagon, you notice that it's all done out in iron. Right. And the wheels are also very well made, and they have kind of like these looks to see like some type of gripping claw pattern around the wheel, but it has these spike wagon wheel destroyers coming off the side as well. Like I said, the whole wagon's done out in iron, and the rider, he has a cloak, but you can tell he has a black mask, and he's all done up in black as well, and he looks very similar dressed to the crow or crossbow people that are sitting on top. You do see symbols of crows on the wagon as y'all pass it.
And they're kind of defensive, but not like hostile towards us.
They seem they're just like you get a
Like letting
feeling
us
that they're
through, like
carrying you get a feeling that they're carrying something very valuable, and they're just letting y'all pass and making sure you're not going to be a problem.
yeah. I'll just kind of turn to Pierce a little, maybe like, yeah, let's just move on. I don't know if that's something that we have our any kind of deal with or anything. They seem very serious.
Right. Captain, you know anything about those people? They part of a known group or anything?
Yeah, and I'll move aside to let him look as well, the captain.
He goes, all I know about that has a crow symbol is a thieves guild I heard of a long time ago. I can't think of their name right now though, but they're the only ones I know that have a crow on their flag. But who knows? They could be part of them, or they could just be hauling something valuable.
But
Either way, they look very formidable and like they're ready to kill.
All right. Maybe we should send Pexor to say hello.
I mean, if you want, I can always give it a shot.
I mean, got new scythe.
Yeah, I know. I'm over here. It's like crows, my people. All right, let's do this.
Hey man, I like the
No.
way y'all got all this done out. I mean, are you looking to sell this wagon?
Yeah. I like
How
your
about
claw.
we trade our wagon for your wagon,
Here, how about this? How about
and
this?
we'll throw in one zombie and the captain.
Well, no, we'll throw in a captain. I'm kind of throwing a.
We'll throw in a captain. Funny.
Yeah, it's like it's like we'll take what's in your mystery box, and you'll take what's in our mystery box.
Do a swap.
I mean, if you guys really want me to go out and say
No,
hi,
I don't want to stop and deal with the obviously not wanting to talk to people.
he
Yeah,
has a
I mean,
mask on. You can't see his face. How do you know if he doesn't want to talk? Maybe he's chomping at the bit. Maybe he's like, I've had a long day. I just need to unwind and decompress.
yeah. So are we like about to pass them at this point? Or are we still like a little ways away? Or
You're coming up to the area where you're passing them. That's why you can tell the specifics about the wagon. You can tell it's made out of mostly iron, and that it has crows carved out. You actually, when you see it too, there's shooting slots in the side of the wagon as well. So you think
Yeah,
that
hell no.
there could be even more crossbows inside the wagon.
yeah, if I notice that,
There's no way we're doing this.
yeah, I'll just yeah, I don't think we need to deal with this. If they're letting us through and they let us pass safely, I'm good to just go.
I could put a fireball right
If only we
There's
were.
I'm not gonna lie. There are two sides to me right now. One really wants to say something to these guys. The other just is like, let's just keep going.
I pick up the pace.
You're like,
Yeah, as
God,
we're passing,
yeah.
as we're passing, I'll just kind of wave and just be like, "Hello, friend. Safe travels," just to kind of gauge their reactions.
Take that as casting a spell.
Oh.
Sit down.
As you wave, you don't see any sudden movements or waves from them. They don't aim the crossbows at you, but they have them like downward, and
Yeah.
you saw them load them. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I'm just trying to be like disarming and just like, we're moving on, like let us be.
Yeah,
as y'all
go,
continue,
kill him with kindness.
on past them, sure enough, after you probably get about 30 feet away, you see the crossbowmen. Make it to where the crossbows aren't cocked and loaded anymore, and they go to get back on the road and continue.
I'll admit I'm curious as well to what was going on with that, but I was not about to start anything with them. I mean, and they were coming, they're coming from the direction that we're going, right? So,
Yeah.
And that was not gonna lie, that was difficult for me not to not to jump in the middle and start asking 100 questions.
And as soon as you jumped out, we're not stopping. So
You guys got
It's all right, they got a cool
applications?
wagon.
I'm just looking for a new line of work. Do you have any applications?
Can you co-sign my loan?
yeah.
Can I make a loan from the wagon? So funny.
Yeah, it'll be one of those moments where it's like, the guy never reads the room, but he asks a bunch of questions.
Right.
Wow, encounters are low tonight. You guys actually continue on till you see Castle Flyshore in the
Actually,
distance.
really quick, whenever we left, or whenever the we separated from that big wagon, I pull out the secret, I think is what her name was, but I pull back that head out and I start working at it because I never actually got far because I believe it was nothing, or there was that big explosion. Then we had to run away.
Yeah, we had to book it out of there. So
Yeah, so I get back to work on her head.
Okay. Do you have a crafting check or what? Or what kind of check would you like to roll while working on her head?
The best one I have.
Would it be use magic device? I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's magic. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. That was a 19.
All right. You managed to open her head up, right? And you gain access to some of her upgrades. When you
Ooh.
do get her head open and you get her plate off and the side plate, right? It's so crazy how small and uh, fine all the pieces are. And it's nuts because when you get her plates off, it actually looks like an actual face is formed out of all the little bitty pieces. But you do see upgrades and stuff that could possibly be used towards Nameless later on. But
It's not nameless. It's malediction.
Yeah, I
well,
show him. I go, hey, look,
for
something
Mally,
cool.
for O'Malley later on, you can
O'Malley.
Papa Mally.
Papa Malley.
Just male.
Male.
Male dick.
God.
I'm about to cut that out, ain't I? No, maybe not. That's why I
We
was,
start a page.
when
We
y'all
need,
said that, I was like, oh god, this is gonna be an ongoing thing. There's gonna be a lot of bleeps.
when we start a Patreon, we can make it so there's the unedited ones for certain tiers.
Oh my
Way
gosh,
to do it.
that's yeah. You can get the what was it
The
the
true experience, the full
yeah
experience.
Yeah.
The full experience.
Surround sound.
unedited.
Monty.
You want to watch the unedited version? Oh man, we're horrible. All right, y'all travel on. Okay. Or you do notice him get the head open, Mal.
All right. I'll look at it. Like I don't know how much of it I'll recognize and understand, but
It'd be like looking at your own brain without ever having seen a picture of your brain.
right.
I poke it.
It
No, not there.
looks
Crack.
it looks overly complex, but curiosity definitely takes you over a little bit. I would say that once he gets it open, it's hard for your character to break gaze with him working on stuff and pulling stuff. And like he'll open one side thing and he'll be like, "Oh, well, that would come off right there, and I could do that, and this would work." And you constantly have an inside fear of it accidentally coming on.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'll be watching out for.
Don't worry, I have 89% of her heart right here, and I pull it out of the bag.
Like we just need to like connect the heart back to the head.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's electronic man's necromancy. That's what it is.
The heart bone connected to the neck bone.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. If you connected that head and that heart, it might not be a good thing.
Right.
Good thing one's in my skull bag and one's in my miscellaneous bag.
I can just imagine her coming back on and she'd be like, "I'll destroy you," and you're like, "With what?" And she's
What are
like,
you going to do? What are you going to do? Bleed on me?
she's like, get close to me. She's all jumping. All right.
Punch your nose off.
That's when you just wrap her in some rope and hang her from the wagon,
Yeah, I was thinking it was like I joke about having the alarm clock all the time, but it'd be bink.
as y'all travel for a while, you actually start not being in such hilly territory, right? You notice that the trees aren't so big, the forest is a little bit more sparse, and to the right, you see a gigantic lake, right? And there are points, it's so big, there are points that you actually can't see the other side of it, you know? But um, after cruising alongside of that lake for a while, you see a few houses sparsely here and there. You start coming into the outer territories, and you can see the castle off in the distance, and it's pretty much built off the side of the lake.
Cool.
Yeah, cool house.
You see you see plenty of fishing type docks and stuff like that. You all start approaching the kingdom. Is there anything y'all want to do before y'all get there?
Yeah, I guess as we're approaching, I'll just tell the captain, like, I think we're heading up, so if you want to do most of the talking to get us in.
Okay. He's like,
And
oh
get
no,
my
he goes, no, it's a busy town. We should just be able to drive straight in there. It's gonna be fine. No trouble.
Okay, good.
As you come
Not
up,
as great as the castles back home, but
it actually looks rather small to you for a castle. You're like, oh, is this a real
I
castle
hope
or
I'll
is
fit.
this a
Those,
It's only a model.
it's,
as y'all start
those big ones.
as y'all start pulling up to the castle, when y'all look at the front gates, are you up at the front still driving, Frank?
Yeah, unless Othello came.
Yeah, I
and
probably
took
would have.
the lead.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably I would have
I
switched
mean,
off.
I'll still be at the front, but he'll be driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be riding shotgun, as it were.
Okay. As you come pulling up, you see them actually putting up a banner on the on the
Welcome home.
or excuse me, not them putting up a banner, sorry. Uh the banner would already been up there. You come up there and you actually see a banner strung across the gate, because I forgot how late y'all got there in the day. It's like 4 o'clock. Uh, but you see a banner stretched across the front gate of the wall that's going into the castle, and it says on it, uh,
no
uh,
vacancy.
tournament of warriors.
Oh, wait, I can't read that.
Yeah,
Dang.
hearing him, yeah, I'll say it. Yeah, I'll tell him it says Tournament of
It's-
Warriors on the banner.
Oh, I was gonna say it says prize cow auction.
This does seem fitting for a small town.
Um,
A tournament of warriors. Oh,
as you're saying that, Frank, a person comes up to the side of the wagon, uh, and they come up to you and they hand you a flyer. It just looks like a normal peasant, and they're like, "Oh, you're a big guy. Here's a flyer." And you look at it, and it has a picture of a couple of fighters fighting and a bunch of gibberish that you can't read.
It's
Yeah,
a bird with a note tied to it.
yeah,
Josh,
I'll peek over.
somebody comes up to your
Hey.
side and hands you one as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab it and kind of take a quick glance at it.
Oh, is that for the knitting tournament?
With my 11 strength, I mean, hey, I don't even know if I'd be able to knit, but
a underwater basket weaving.
Whenever you look at it,
Wait, we put you into that competition, Nate.
Right.
it says on
How
there,
about
it
that?
says the famous weapon shop, Heron's Weapon Supply, is having a fighting tournament, and they're going to be giving away a sizable amount of gold and magical items and armors to their winners. Uh, and they're like, the tournament's going on right now, and such amazing fighters have come all the way around, and the prizes are great. I hope you all get to check it out. They hand it to you. Uh, on the front of it, it has a picture of or at the bottom, also it has a sketch where it says Heron, and it looks like he signed it or whatever, and it has a picture of a Birdman that looks like he has one eye. Or excuse me, my bad, Cycloptic Birdman. He's got one eye in the middle, but he's got bird face.
Have those types of creatures existed on my world?
Kinkus do exist on your world, but you've never seen a cycloptic one.
He must have had a birth defect.
A bird defect.
Oh!
Good one.
As I pull my hand back, it's red.
You know, Michael, I think you've lost your calling as a comedian, brother, because that was he's got the freaking wins all night long. I'm loving it.
You could be a bardic necromancer. Yeah.
Yep, I sing songs that can raise so good they'll raise the dead.
All just go bard and
I play the drums. Isn't that the dirge singer?
As you go pulling into town, surely at the beginning it's kind of like a more of a residential area. There's lots of small houses, and people on the outside of them. As you go in further past the houses, you come into what I call the market district, and it's on the outside. So you see lots of small, like little booths of people selling different stuff. You can tell a lot of people are selling stuff out there that probably wouldn't normally be selling stuff because there's such a big tournament going on and there's a lot of spectators, stuff like that. So people are trying to definitely yell at y'all and sell stuff as you're passing by. Like they'll be holding up a totem or holding up fabrics, yelling at the wagons as y'all pass.
I don't know this.
I want to find the weirdest thing I possibly can and buy it.
Are y'all going to stop the
Find
wagon
it
for a little bit then?
Like I want to go in a shop, buy something, then go out and the shop's mysteriously gone. Like that's how weird I want this to be.
Yeah, is
Needful
there
thing style.
You buy meth.
If y'all continue on past all the small ones, you'll go into the main marketing district where you see some of the more popular shops. But it's up to y'all if y'all'd rather stay there and look at the small booths or if you'd want to continue on.
is the the main area, is it big enough to have just to stop the wagon, or do I see a stable nearby or something that we can kind of park it in?
There is a set of stables if y'all'd like to park temporarily and have it kept there.
What time of day is it?
4.
Or
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we should probably take care of our business first,
Yeah.
and then we can.
Business first, pleasure after. Then I'll go buy that tournament and just win it.
I come back around with popcorn and cotton candy. Okay.
so
They called
okay.
it fairy floss.
Fairy floss.
Oh,
Let me
As you,
that.
so y'all go on towards the castle then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, with the captain.
Okay. Y'all go ahead and continue to the castle. As you're passing by, the captain's like, "Oh, there it is. That is so where I'm going after this." And he points over and he points at this inn/bar, and it's called the Honeycomb. He's like, "The most beautiful woman in all the kingdom runs that place, and gosh, they have the most perfect food Everything's so sweet but savory. I'm excited to show y'all that place. It's going to be good.
I hope so.
Might be a bit too on the nose, but that might be a honey pot.
I'm mad.
Y'all pass a
Is
general
she a
store?
half giant like me, Captain?
Huh?
Is she a half giant like me?
Oh no,
Eh?
she's actually really I believe she's a nymph and her name is New. You can actually pay her to see her face and it brings you luck all day.
Her face or
Well, she's so
I was
beautiful.
about to say.
She's so beautiful she can't leave her face out there. Men just instantly fall in love with her.
New the nymph.
I knew a girl named.
I knew a girl named New that was a nymph.
You did, Paxor.
I paid her 20 gold pieces and she showed me everything. Oh,
Right. So asshole.
Met her out of the blue. Then I said some things and she threw a shoe.
as you keep on going down, he's like, Othello, he goes, you use bows and arrows. The general store there, the Lost Looter, that man's a known, very talented bower fletcher, and he sells awesome bows there. You should check it out. But he also has great goods for just adventuring.
So, dude, does he sell like the type of suction cup arrows? You know?
What?
Gimmick arrows.
Suction cup arrows, huh? I don't know what kind of arrows you're talking about. I don't want any arrows that suck, but if you like sucky arrows,
People.
he goes ahead and he points over also and he goes, there's Herons. That's the man running the tournament, I guess. And you see Heron's weapon shop. He has a spear on the sign and it's stabbing through the word herons. He's like, that man makes way too much money, but he also sells very good items. And I hear that he has rare weapons as well. If he's giving away prizes at this event, you can be sure they're going to be worth winning.
So let's speak to the king already. Let's get this underway.
Let's get paid.
Y'all start heading towards. You keep heading towards the castle, and you go by all those shops and everything, and the spectators get thicker and thicker, and it gets slower to move the wagon, right? Because you are coming up to this huge fighting pit arena that they built in the middle of town. It's not like a full-time one. It's like a temporary one they made out of wood and bleachers and stuff. But
so this is like the common folk.
Hmm?
Is this area like the fighting pick for the common folk?
Oh well, no. This is the nice part of town. The common folk would be like more at the front gate, but this is
fight pick.
this is coming into the nice part of town. But you can tell that this is where they're having the main event. As you're trying to pull the wagon through, I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll animal handling.
Intimidate.
Animal handling for me, Josh.
Move.
Ooh, geez, that's a total of 9.
Okay. A few people bump into the
Trample
boar.
somebody?
A few people bump into the boar, and he starts to freak out a little bit. He goes to take off quickly. Go ahead and roll another animal handling check for me.
It's a total of 18.
Okay, you manage to gain control of him, but you realize that it's probably dangerous taking him around this many people. You get the urge that you probably need to go off the main road and try to take one of the side roads all the way up to the castle if possible.
Yeah. Are we moving at a pretty slow pace at this point, just with everything going on and like all the people?
Very.
Okay, if that's the case, I'll hand the reins to Pierce, and I'll hop off and just kind of gently, pet and kind of guide Bacon to make, calm him down a little bit as we're walking through, so we can.
Hey,
Oh, gee, leave me behind, Bacon. No, but yeah, I'll just kind of walk with Bacon a little bit and kind of keep him calm as we're, kind of taking another path.
Okay.
I'll try to use
Frank,
my voice to help
Frank,
move people.
was it roll?
Animal handling.
No. Well, I was gonna have you roll that, but also you're starting to walk by the fighting arena thing, and between the
All right,
bleachers, you can kind of catch
take a
little.
peek.
You can catch peaks of people fighting in the middle, and it kind of gets your heart rushing. You know, you're so excited, and the people that are fighting, they look so small compared to you, and you're just like, oh, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and have you, while you're looking, roll your animal
And
handle for me.
he's gonna climb up on me and just beat the crap out. Animal handling
Yeah.
minus what?
Oh no, just roll it.
Oh, okay. 9.
Okay.
Oh,
You notice
uh,
you notice as you're trying to lead, Josh, that there's a point where, you're trying to pull the boar one way, Frank's trying to take him the other. You look and you notice Frank's kind of paying attention to the fighting ring at that time.
Yeah, I'll hop back up on there then, and I'll be like, yeah, let me go ahead and take over. I think Bacon's he's getting a little antsy. As a ranger, I do have wild empathy,
Okay.
so I can improve the attitude of an animal.
Sweet. Go ahead and do that if you like.
See.
So there's just so many people all around us that we're just moving at a snail's pace. How loud is it?
Insanely loud. People are screaming. You hear swords and shields clashing.
So for my wild empathy, it says to roll. It functions like a diplomacy check, and I got a natural 20.
Oh, okay. You managed to really connect with Bacon. And I will say that since you rolled that,
Is
Good
it
old Bacon.
starts to sizzle.
um, he really starts acting like a horse on a wagon once you do that. Before, I'm going to say that before there was this real rigidness to his steps and how he was, with his riding. Like he was almost not comfortable with the wagon. And after you cast that or do that, he actually becomes a lot more comfortable with the wagon, and he starts actually moving like a regular horse. Y'all start
So
away from the arena as you do that. What was you
it's getting
saying?
less. Well, I was gonna say, like, if it's still like really crowded, I'll get off, move to the front, and help clear the path for our wagon and Bacon
Nice.
because
Okay.
I'm head and shoulders above everybody else, and I know how to give a mean look.
All right. You go ahead and you clear the way for the path for the wagon, and y'all continue on. And as you
Get
go,
out the way.
the houses on the side get a little bit fancier. There starts to be more permanent, beautiful stone structures. You see a lot more better masonry work on the stuff. A lot more fancier things used. And you
Ooh.
you get up to the front gate of the castle, right? Uh,
Home.
which
Reminds
is
me of
which is
home.
open at this time, and it has a couple of soldiers standing out there. As you approach, the captain stands up, and he's like, "Here, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him." And he
Are you
steps.
sure? I can just move the gate.
He goes, "No, you don't need to scare them any more than they're already scared of you." He goes up there and he talks to the guard a little bit, and he just says, "I'm with these guys." He points at the symbol on his chest, and he goes, "The king owes us money, He goes, "We just killed the Razorback horde. Here's one of their boars as proof, and we got some dead bodies in the back, and we're willing to show everybody what we did, and we just need to go speak to the king." And they go ahead and wave you through. Y'all go up to the castle, which the front walkway going up to it, the kind of road going up to it, it's elevated stone, really fancy, well made. Uh, you can tell that it takes you up to a midsection of the castle, like there's actually lower parts that the road's not connected to, but it's taking you up to like this mid level. So you actually, after a certain while, you can see that the road there's a pretty good drop off on the sides, but there is guardrails. Y'all get all the way up to the castle at the front gate, and the guards come out, or not the front gate, but the front door and stuff, and the guards come out and they're like, "You can take this beast no further. You'll have to wait right here, park to the side." And y'all start to unload the wagon. I will go ahead.
Excellent.
I'm probably going to leave it there for tonight for y'all going to the castle, because that's going to be a long conversation, probably a good 15-20 minutes, and we're already at the 3 hour mark right now. But that was a good session, even though there wasn't hardly any like confrontation. But at least we got a lot of the story done, and y'all's at the castle. Did
Yeah,
y'all?
after what's happened with Othello, he doesn't mind no combat. That's fine with me.
I got a cool scythe.
I want blood.
Frank's like, y'all should have just left me back there.
I got a new friend. I got
I
my
too am interested in this.
my
The
I got
dragon
2
bride.
new friends, yeah. Yeah, I got 2 new friends as well, so
Yeah.
bacon and eggs.
Othello's getting a full 6-course meal going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I want to see what orange juice is. I don't know.
Yeah.
In this tournament, do they allow duos?
Huh?
In the tournament, do they allow duos?
I don't know. You're gonna have to go ask him, Frank. It's not like
I
you had the
pick up a
tournament
guard. You tell me right now.
Don't make me feed you the bacon.
He has
Who's
eaten
bacon?
well.
You don't want to know.
But yeah,
I'll kill you, and this guy will bring you back just for me to kill you again.
but yeah, guys, thank you so much for the excellent role play. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it's just been a long day or something, but I was getting tired about 30 minutes ago, so I'm glad. I was getting a little drowsy, and you could tell because I was laughing at everything y'all said. But
Jared and I are running off of less than like 4 hours of sleep.
wow, see, I
That's
mean
rough.
that's my thing. I didn't sleep good last night, but we stuck it out and we still did it. I mean, I'm proud that we got to come back this next week and doing it. But hopefully, we'll get to do it again this next Friday if y'all's free. And
Comment on our
obviously,
episode.
I can't wait to get Russell back either. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, sorry about my daughter tonight, guys. Honestly, I think right as we got home, she just started getting sick, and I think that's what all that was, because she's been complaining about her stomach since we got home.
I noticed that whenever you turned your mic off and you're having to hold her, I was like, dang, this is going to be a rough one on Michael.
Yeah.
But you still, Michael, I gotta
Finish.
say, man, you're a trooper when it comes to throwing dice. Thank you for, even though you got the kids and even though you got other things going on, I'm still happy that you made time for us.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know it's not easy, and but I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and let it go for tonight. Y'all did great, and like I said, hopefully we'll all reconvene this next Friday.
Sounds good to me.
All
All right.
right.
Y'all take it easy. Thanks.
Take care.